The whole interweb seems to think I should. But does the internet really know anything? Can they be trusted? I probably should, right? There's like a lot of smart people, and I'm not going to say the word that they use on that one subreddit because I'll probably get kicked off Twitch for a week, but I'm an R word too, so like if a bunch of smart people think you should do it, does that mean it's right? Because here's the thing. Here's my understanding. This is like, I've considered it for like 6 months, but I haven't done it because I'm lazy. And there's steps, and I don't want to do steps. Steps requires work. And I'm very work averse. So, but here's the thing. Coming up, I think it's on the 17th or 19th or something, there's a 4-to-1 stock split happening for GM. Not GM. Not GM. GMC. What's the damn symbol? Ticker symbol again. GME. For GME, they're doing a 4-to-1 share split, and it is an interesting event. It could be a historical event, possibly. So there's a thing that could happen called broker liquidation. It's theoretically possible that the 4-to-1 share split could cause some brokerage firms to be forced to liquidate if they cannot cover the shares that they need to cover. So if you have your money with a broker and that broker goes through a liquidation, that is bad. It's clearly better if they don't do that. What does that mean? I don't know exactly. It's just bad. Yeah, DRS is with a company called ComputerShare. It's basically where instead of this is going back, and this is not financial advice, but if I use financial terms, just understand that I do have a history. I had my licenses at one point, but again, don't take this as financial advice. So what happens with a broker-dealer typically is that you give them money and then you tell them, I want to buy shares in XYZ. And they're like, okay, you own these shares. Do you own these shares? No, you don't. They own the shares. Your broker-dealer owns the shares in your name. Like they own them in their name on your behalf. So basically they credit your account saying you own this many shares, but you don't really own the shares. They own the shares. And you also typically sign something in the paperwork, the nitty-gritty, that says that they are allowed to do whatever they want with their shares because they own the shares. And so they give them away. They let people short sell them so that they can make a little bit of money. So they lend them out and stuff. They do whatever the hell they want. Kind of shady, actually, but it is typical practice, normal practice. DRS is, as someone just mentioned, direct registration system. It's a different style of investment. It's not a broker-dealer. It's where you put your money with ComputerShare and you directly register the shares, meaning that you own the shares in your name. It's more akin to like owning stock certificates, except that you still don't really get stock certificates. You remember back in the day, you ever see that movie Blast from the Past? Where the dude is like they think there's like nuclear fallout, so they like live in a cave or whatever for 40 years, and then he comes up to the surface and he's got all these certificates of like Apple and just a bunch of stock certificates. I don't even think it's possible, or I don't know if it's easy to get an actual stock certificate these days. They don't really do that. It's all digital now. And it's all done with a broker-dealer where it's in their name, not your name. But with ComputerShare and direct registration, you can essentially have shares that are in your name specifically. And they can't be lent out to anyone else. They can't be used for short selling and any of that stuff. And more importantly, when the 4-to-1 stock split happens, they are not issuing new shares, they are splitting existing shares. So if your shares are with ComputerShare and they are directly registered, then they are guaranteed that like you aren't holding on to a fake share. You have a real share. It had to have been located and bought and purchased on the market and everything before it could be transferred to ComputerShare. And when that share gets split, you know for certain that your share will be there, and then now you have 4 shares instead of 1. But if you keep your money with the broker-dealer, then in theory, if the broker-dealer is pretending that they have shares for you, but they don't really have shares for you, and then all of a sudden they now have to find 4 times as many, it could cause a run-up on the market, which causes broker-dealers to go bankrupt and be forced to liquidate. And then what happens? That's the scary thing. Then what happens? We don't know, really. It could cause a cascade effect. You guys remember? You might not have been cognizant of the market. You might not have been fully working. You might have still been in school at the time. But a while back, there was something called the Lehman Brothers, which was a financial institution in Europe, I believe, was the original, like the main office. But the Lehman Brothers went bankrupt because they were basically holding the hot potato of the mortgage-backed securities financial disaster of like 2008, was it? 2008, 2009, something like that. I forget exactly. So they were like, I believe they were the first one that like basically couldn't keep up the hot potato game, and they went under, and it caused a lot of stuff to happen. So I'm not saying that this is going to be another financial disaster when this happens, but it could happen, and it's kind of spooky. So just thinking about it a bit. They're just opening more stocks for the public to be purchased. I think that I am invested, so I'm biased, I'm sure, but I think that it's a bit more tactical than just... It's not just your typical stock split where they're trying to bring the price down so that people can enter the market more easily. There's a lot of tactics that's being used by the leadership at GME. Doing it the way they're doing it, specifically, it's not normal, or maybe it is normal, but it's not as common to split shares instead of issuing new shares. Splitting the shares is a very important distinction. Because they're basically saying, it's like we're all sitting at a big poker table, and they're like, okay, show us your hand. Let's see them shares. They're calling people out. It's actually pretty clever, I think, the way that they're navigating it. What are the cons of having the shares as a DRS? The system is slower. It's actually more designed for like a invest once a month or invest every 2 weeks, like off your paycheck type thing, where you put like $100 a month toward it, and it'll automatically purchase and accumulate shares for you. It's not a dealer, so you can't just like call them up and say, order me 40 shares. You can buy shares. It might take longer. Like if you issued a sell order, it's not going to fire in 2 seconds. It might take a couple days or whatever. I think, again, I haven't done it yet, so I don't actually know all the nitty gritty, but I believe those were some of the major downsides. But the primary upside is shares are in your name, guaranteed, and can't be lent. It's all about blocking the float, preventing people from actually being able to lend out shares anymore. Basically, imagine all the people that are investing in the market are playing a big, huge game of, what's that stupid street game with the 3 cups? There's like a little ball, and the street con guy is trying to like tell you, which cup is the ball under. Using DRS to lock the shares is like removing one of the cups. We're trying to take the cups away so that he can't keep moving the damn ball around and pretending like it's where it should be. Or, basically, if we can take away enough of the cups, and there's only 1 cup left, and then he's just moving the 1 cup around, and then the ball's still not there, we can call him out and say, look, you're cheating, aren't you? Yeah, we knew you were cheating, but now we have proof. That's kind of what the idea is behind DRS. Block the float, prevent the game. You use DRS, sell takes longer as there has to be someone to buy the stock. Buying is just as easy and quick. Okay, cool. Good to hear. Yeah, the people who are doing DRS don't care about selling. Hold. Is there like a Jiffy GIF of that? Hold. I just want a clip of like the scene where he's holding. Hold the door. Hold. Well, that's definitely not what I was looking for. But there's Hodor. Hold. Whatever. I give up. Anyway, I'm thinking about doing it. I think there's still time to do a DRS transfer before the split. That's basically what's got it on my mind. On my list of things to do. And since we talked about it, I might as well just real quick, if anyone's curious and interested in the topic, here's the links that I have saved. One is how to transfer to ComputerShare step by step, and the other is how to transfer step by step with direct like links to every registered like dealer that's out there. That like somewhere in here it'll say like if your broker dealer is where is it? Here's how to do it if you're with Fidelity. Here's how to do it if you're with TD Ameritrade. Here's how to do it if you're with Alivest. Like so. This is where, you know, I'll post these, but again, not financial advice, just read, and if you're interested, read more. On my mind. Okay, shall we play games? I do need to set an alarm. I have until about like 2:30 at the latest, preferably more like 2 o'clock, which means we've got 2.5 plus 2. It's not as long as I wanted. Keep on, there's always stuff. Stuff is always coming up. I thought that after all the kids went back home that I'd have a little bit more time to focus on streaming, but now I'm gonna go down to where the kids are and be there for tonight, and then come back tomorrow, so. That's okay, it's good, it's fine, it's fine. Set an alarm, it's fine. You guys will have to just make do with, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, right? Time to go. Set alarm. I'll give myself till 2:15. I have 4 hours, 48 minutes. What can we accomplish in 4 hours and 48 minutes? We have a $3 fee per trade. But in return, all shares are registered. You can't buy fractional shares. The bank sends all your trades and dividends to our version of the IRS. Where are you? Where is here, Barista? Speed 5 Ottoman War? Yeah, I think that ComputerShare does have a larger... they do have a... Most broker-dealers will charge you to make a purchase or sale. I use TD Ameritrade, and I've had them for quite a long time. They're fine. They don't charge a large amount of things like $10 per transaction or something. But I actually have an options trading account and other crap that I got from back when I had my securities license, so I just have had that account for a long time. They were one of the few broker-dealers that would allow me to just quickly and easily get a options level clearance or account level or whatever. So, why is there no Montenegro? We integrated them because we lost our fort in Nice to the Ottomans, so we needed this fort in the mountains to protect Kosovo. Didn't want to build a fort in Kosovo, didn't want to build a fort in Raska, so we just integrated Montenegro and swapped in Urbino. We also picked up Mr. Dalmatia. Alright, let's see, what happened yesterday? Well, yesterday, Muscovy betrayed us, and did not honor the defensive call because they had 2 whole loans. I should have noticed, I think that this is why the Ottomans, that Muscovy did not defend. They had 2 loans, and they also cruel. Both of our biggest allies were cruel. Which is minus 20 reasons for a call to arms. So, we should have noticed that. But, Austria did defend us when the Ottomans attacked, and we have finally managed to get them to stop being idiots by hiring a small merc stacks and telling them to attach to it. So we have some Austrian support units. There's a 17 stack attached here. There is a 14 stack from Milan and a 7 stack from Austria here. I don't like how I have to do the math each time to find out how big this stack actually is, but 7 and 14 is 21 plus R4, so we got 25,000 here. We've got 17 and 2. Oh, that's too early for math. It's like 20. Got like 20 troops, about 20 stacks. And then down here, we got another 17 from Austria plus our 6. So 23 stack. The numbers were worse. The numbers are looking good, chat. We're doing fine. We've only lost 9,000 troops. We've killed 23,000. We have to kill at a hugely favorable rate to have any shot. They do have more... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the attrition losses. They've lost 74,000 to our 46. Okay, so again, a favorable loss ratio, but not as good as we'd like to see. We have about 160,000 total troops on our side. They have about 80 and 14. The artillery are interesting. The artillery can almost, at this stage of the game, you can basically zero that number out. They do matter for sieges. It will speed up their sieges, but they don't do any damn damage, and they don't make the infantry stronger by much, because they just don't have any pips. We can't even see their pips because we don't have them unlocked, but if I recall correctly, it's like 0.05 shock fire, artillery shock value, and like 1 artillery fire. And they're in the back row, so they do half damage. So they only do like 0.5. It's just... It's a small amount of damage, not much. So what we've been doing is just kind of playing the reinforce the defensive locations while scorching the locations in between. Try to take favorable fights, try to prevent them from actually winning a siege. And so far that game has worked, and that is going to be the continuing plan. We're at 33 enthusiasm for the Ottomans, which means we're about 34 reasons away from just white piecing. Actually less, because we do have positive war score. We're at 4. We have 8.4 from holding on to Kosovo. Even though they've lost more troops, they somehow have positive war score from battles, probably because I keep on retreating from fights once they become unfavorable. If we win this war, how much clay can we take? Well, if we win this war, we're probably taking back all of our cores, and then as much of our permanent claims as we can get. We'll look at our missions. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Let's win the war, and then we'll worry about what we take. So that's kind of where we're at. We do have another 4,000 troops owned by Urbino that we could get to come and assist us. I am wanting to send over... Did I already? I feel like I may have already. We want to pick up those 8,000 Sienese troops. I think I'm going to split off. We actually have insufficient support here. They've attached 11 infantry. We don't. We can keep these. Alright, so... Still, I'm going to send over 1 cav with orders to be attached to and try to go pick up that stack. We're a little low on manpower. Yep, we've merked up. We do have a manpower bank. No, all of our professionalism is gone again. We are 1 idea away from finishing off Innovative Offensive. We're still behind on tech. I am going to still probably take the last idea before taking tech, because it's still more efficient. I want to get my siege speed policy on, and I actually think we are fine. I think we're doing fine. I think we're gonna win this war. It's the very last thing I said yesterday. Is I'm pretty sure we're gonna win. Win is a subjective term. I'm not saying we're gonna get a 100% peace deal here. I think we're probably going to win. We're going to not lose, as in some ways you could even say just not losing is winning. Like, not having any, like, a white piece would be considered a win. Alright, ready to play? Like, I would settle for just taking back our 2 cores, or, like, if we just get war reps and money from the Ottomans, that's winning. Like, that'd be awesome. How did our Albanian war end? We annexed Albania. Albania is ours. Okay, so, let me get into my thing here. Workshop's almost done. They have some stupid, scary generals, considering that they have literally no ideas at all that make their troops good. But, and real quick before we actually unpause, anyone that's wondering, plus opinion, minus opinion. Is this new? I don't remember there being these 2. Show ourselves and countries with negative opinion toward us. Interesting. Huh. Mamluks have lost land? Yeah, they did lose. They lost a little bit of clay over there. So for anyone wondering, army quality comparison, we are matching their morale. We're at 4.43, basically equal. They do have a slight discipline advantage, which we can counteract if I am willing to sacrifice 10 Patriarch Authority. They have a siege ability advantage because of the Guns of Urban, the first age bonus that only the Ottomans can have. Their defensiveness is only a little bit better than ours. They do still have professionalism, and they're up to 86 army tradition. So it's not surprising they have good generals, but I am a bit upset that their generals are that good. We have one good general, a 3-5-3-1, and we don't want to roll any generals yet because we are one idea away from another guaranteed pip. And also, we're only at 60 tradition. Alright, so that's all said. This army looks like it's heading toward Kosovo, and then it won't stay there. It'll probably go for Zeta. Let's go here. Let's have this army come down here. You can come over to here. You guys are also going to want to move over. I'm actually going to go down to speed 3 for this, just to warm up my brain here a bit. We do have a stack over here, owned by Austria, and there is apparently an attached condottieri stack owned by Hungary. I've told Austria to go for some places. I'm going to remove those commands, because I want them to just... If they're going to actually listen and attach to me, then I'd rather that they do that. In fact, let's actually create another couple smaller attachable army like things that they might connect to. Because I see multiple other stacks. Well, that one is there. Okay, that's fine. Completed our estate agenda. Did you declare or did they? They did. They did because the Muscovy alliance wasn't willing to hold up. They got a breach. They did a barrage. They barraged it. That's not good. 37-day siege ticks. We're going to need to make sure that they don't take that. I don't want to have to defend. A little bit weird, move my armies around like this. They're not actually staying attached. It's kind of weird. Are you going to attach or not? They are. Okay, interesting. Gotta try really hard not to confuse the AI. We need to incentivize them to come back up here instead of piling around this thing, because if we try to fight them while they are piled around it, they just have such a massive wall of bodies that they will actually win that fight, despite the bad odds and ratio and everything. So we're going to back off from this northern area. Make it available to them. What is that 29 stack doing? Why aren't you, like, moving around? Did we lose him? Looks like we lost him. This, I'm gonna be upset. This is all gonna come down to whether or not the Austrian army, like, continues to stay attached or not. The Siena army is kind of coming closer. There was something I wanted to do with my diplomat. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, I wanted to start improving relations with Poland to replace Russia. That's what it was. Greetings from Serbia. Greetings to you as well. Happy Monday. How are you? Please don't do these things. I can't scorch here. They're arriving on the 21st. Oh, yeah, that army's probably going to die. But if they can stall long enough for us to win that fight, that might be okay. They might still have enough to reinforce in other locations. I think I have to take this fight. We have a scorched province here, so they won't be able to reinforce into it quickly. Just need to force them to give up their breach. Make them spend another 50 military points if possible. We may retreat. We have a 2-3-4. We're not winning this fight. Hard to tell. Looks like their color, Austrian army is really hard to see, but a lot of them have been routed already. We did roll well this phase, so we'll let this phase complete, but then we are out, I think. And I hope we have enough time here. Even if we, even if they do reinforce from here into Kur, then I think what they're going to do is they'll have too many troops in the province, and then they'll spread out again. And there is a chance that they don't even try to reinforce, or they can't reinforce in time, and we will successfully make them lose their breach. Okay. I think that was a reasonable thing. Still earning ticking war score. Back up to speed 4 now. Why your diplomat is not working? Send him to curry favors. Curry favors with who? Austria? I mean, yeah, we can. We are using our diplomats for other things. I think that the spy network on the Ottomans for siegeability and the spy network on Hungary is more valuable. Spy network on Hungary might tell us if they plan to attack. If Austria gets weak enough that they don't want to defend us, and then Hungary attacks us while we are in this war, then it would be a disaster. I would like to know if Hungary is planning to attack. We are over the force limit here, because there is that 17 stack. I'm gonna have them not attach that 6 stack. Austria, what are you doing, buddy? Like Austria has decided it's time to actually play the game. We're gonna consolidate our regulars. Let's tell them only to attach to mercs. Looks like Austria might be moving to do a thing. Siena has decided to actually come over here now, even though... Alright, sure, fine. I guess that cav can just come home now. I wonder, is this just because we reloaded the save that they're actually, like, doing things? Or are they, Let's move over to Vlor. I don't want to cause the Austrians to suffer too much attrition. Because if they get too much war exhaustion, that might be what, like, stops them from wanting to be in the war. I'd rather just play defensive. Pushing in is a mistake. Pushing in takes away all of our scorched earth advantages, makes us fight in much worse terrain, and also means that we will reinforce slower. Something that a lot of people, I think, don't realize is that when you are in hostile terrain, you recover morale slower and you reinforce slower. When you're in controlled territory, the default reinforcement rate is 100%. You can see it right here. 100% local reinforcement, plus 15 from country bonuses. When you're in neutral or hostile territory, the default is only 50%, and it's modified by your leader's maneuver skill. 10% extra per maneuver, so up to 5 maneuver takes you to full reinforcement in hostile terrain. Even after you occupy hostile terrain, it'll still only have 50% reinforcement rate. Like, pressing in is a huge disadvantage for us versus being the defender and being able to quickly reinforce. The same thing holds true with morale. Uncontrolled territory gives an extra +5, so if you're pressing into a fort, you lose that 5%, and it's very easy to just get overwhelmed on your morale bar. So we're not going to push in much. I'd rather Austria doesn't push in. I'd rather that they just kind of stay back and let me control the fight, but it looks like they might not let me do that. We'll hold our regulars in reserve. We'll keep our mercs back, these 2 stacks back to hold and just be close enough but not be going crazy. Plus, this is horrible. I wish he wasn't doing this. He is suffering 2.6% attrition, and because he's in hostile terrain, it causes war exhaustion. Just because you're at war does not mean that every lost soldier causes war exhaustion. You only gain war exhaustion for casualties that are suffered while you're in neutral or hostile terrain. So if you have an army suffering attrition just hanging out here... Sorry, let me rephrase that. That was wrong. If there's a battle in your own land, you will get war exhaustion. If there's a battle in enemy land, you'll get war exhaustion. If you suffer attrition in enemy land, you get war exhaustion. If you suffer attrition in neutral land, you get war exhaustion. Any attrition you suffer in your own land does not cost war exhaustion. So this stack is basically going from triggering no loss, no war exhaustion at all if it was standing here, to suddenly losing 2.6 of 33,000 and generating that amount of war exhaustion. It's horrible. I really don't want him to be doing that. But what can I do? He's gonna be who he is. And somehow he got onto Corfu with an 11 stack without a leader. Okay. We're 16 out of that. Move out of there. How many of the army is Merc? Are you adding yourself second last? Why do I have so many horses? Because we have a strong income and we don't have Tech 7, and because we have 15% cavalry combat ability, and we are trying to maximize our power currently to make up for the fact that we're behind on tech. We have a lot of excess admin points right now, which is actually really good. The AI thinks that they have the numbers to go on the offensive. Well, they're wrong. They're wrong, and they should stay back. I wish I could tell them that. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here. We're only barely over the force limit. Unfortunately, we suffer 2% attrition still, because... Why? Okay. 1% from hostile siege. I still want to fall back to neutral territory and not try to push in here. Wait with Krabats. Wait with Krabats? Who's Krabats? Krabats. Bottom of the tooltip. Supply limit 17, wait with Krabats. Why does it say the word Krabats? Is that a general? Is that a... Johann... Tiger? Armata di Milan? I have no idea. Oh, Serbia, Krabats. Is that the name of our Merc company, I guess? Interesting. So we don't want to stand in the mountain because that's where we want them to come. That's why we're going to keep on like falling back into other terrain. We'll have this army go up to here now. We'll have this army shuffle over by one, and then this army can also shuffle over by one. I can't stop this stack from suffering all this attrition and being an idiot. And look, he doesn't like it either. You see how he keeps on flickering? Like, he's like, I want to do the siege. Wait, this siege is bad. I don't want to do the siege. And then he doesn't even do the siege because he just keeps resetting the siege timer. Like... AI gonna AI. Like, this is so dumb. Just stop doing it, you moron. Alright, so they're going to take back Vlor, which is fine. I want to just, again, incentivize them to keep coming into our land, which is scorched. We have movement advantages. We have reinforcement advantages. We don't have to push in to win. We're already at 11.2 ticking war score. Ottoman's enthusiasm is down to 27. We want them... Okay, let me, again, to reiterate, we want them to be doing this in our land, because this doesn't cause war exhaustion. This only consumes their manpower bar. You know, like, it does affect them, but nowhere near as much as if they do it in our land. That's the biggest thing, is the war exhaustion modifier in here, which they currently have none. Because they're in their own land, and they've probably already ticked it down to 0. Minus 18, let's have this army go all the way up to there. Wow, they got a 4-5-2-2. That's useful. That guy, I don't remember seeing a 3-star next to him. They must have recently got him, I think. We are not taking this tech. We are probably going to start doing some more development. I don't think there's any reason for us to wait. Well, prosperity would have been nice. We're actually recovering our prosperity at the moment, which is shocking, considering we're still at war. And we scorched stuff. And this is why we just fell back. Now they're going to move into all of our favorable terrain. We can push forward again. Force a battle that will cost them. Make them potentially spend another 50 monarch points to reach this. Gain 15 army tradition or gain 2.5% professionalism. We are going to take the army tradition for sure. I need to spend some admin points. Develop Serbia. We do have loyal burghers. We've got the icon of Christ Pantocrator on. 21 cost to do development is pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to develop the one that's got prosperity at the moment, even if it gets kind of pricey. We're also going to end up having excess diplo points. It's only grain, but like we'll keep driving this up. I'm probably just going to take it to 30 right now. Let's take it to 31. Makes it a good location for a church. 0.53 a month with all that base tax. Sure. Excess admin, expand infrastructure. I still don't think... I mean, okay, we're in the middle of a war, but let's consider, like, probably the best location to use it would be the highest development province, right? That just kind of stands to reason. That or maybe the gold mine. Highest development or gold mine or best trade good. Or maybe try to take advantage of the local great project upgrade cost discount. Stack that with like one of the temporary modifiers that you can get from an event. The monthly autonomy change minus 0.005 would help keep the autonomy down if we have problems here. Lack of demand for local goods in the gold mine. That's bullshit. Kind of annoying to see that expand infrastructure is one of those things that is not affected by all power cost. Yet again, the term all power cost comes... When I think of all power cost, I think of all powers. Anything that costs powers. We should be receiving a 15.6% discount, but instead, it is still 50, because Paradox forgot. So if we did it on the gold mine, we would pick up a 5% local goods produced modifier. The local dev cost is pretty irrelevant because we're not going to develop the province anymore. Local defensiveness, pretty irrelevant because it's not a fort location. Ship repair, pretty irrelevant because it's not a port. Yeah. I just feel like it's a short-term gain, long-term loss. Like, when we get to the governing cap, which we definitely will, I'm going to regret having done this. There is a button to reduce it, though, so... I guess if you get to that point, you could undo it. Does it cost monarch points to also reduce, or do you only pay to increase? I would hope you don't have to pay admin to reduce infrastructure. I think the most important modifier that I see in this list is possible number of buildings plus 1, possible number of manufactories plus 1. The second manufactory slot means that you can run a regular manufactory, which you want everywhere, and like a soldier's household. That combo in our capital state with a level 3 center of trade, a barracks, like we could have an 83% multiplier to manpower values, that actually makes it look pretty good. I will click it once, let's just try it. We'll turn it on in the capital for now. I don't think I want to turn it on in the gold mine, because even though there's like a 5% goods produced multiplier, I just don't think it's relevant. For 50 admin points. Like if I wanted more money, I would just develop the gold mine once. This is part of the capital state. This is part of the manpower state that I just mentioned, so it's appealing here to me. And if we're going to do it here, we do it in the whole state, basically. We build soldiers, households everywhere. Make it a crazy manpower state. Or rampart on forts. Yeah, but, like, I find that with going innovative offensive ideas, where's the damn thing? You never, like, ramparts they're pointless. I feel like ramparts, where is it even? See, I don't even know where the damn thing is. Ramparts are like a a thing for multiplayer, basically. Because when you play with innovative offensive, you siege so much faster than they do that like they're always trying to unsiege their own land. They're not trying to siege your land, which means you're not taking any devastation, and there's no reason to build ramparts because they won't ever siege them. So, I mean, I could see maybe like on a very, very forward-facing bastion, like build one, but one war later, it's no longer very forward-facing, and you've wasted 500 base gold. So, yeah, ramparts don't really appeal to me. And yeah, the extra +1 attrition doesn't do anything against very hard AI. They just don't care. So we'll click it here. Get a trade power multiplier. That's appealing in the capital province with its center of trade. The goods produced is fine. The local taxes are fine. Everything about it's fine. And actually, it's kind of interesting. The 15% recruitment time. Recruitment time is affected by, I want to say, base manpower. So when you go here and you're looking at recruitment time, I have no manpower, so I can't do it, of course. But I want to say it is... I'm pretty sure it's either manpower... No, it's base tax. 1% per base tax. You used to be able to stack some ridiculous numbers with pillage. But the 15% is kind of a lot, actually, for recruiting. Like, you could recruit artillery a little bit quicker here. Anyway, long story short, let's click this button once and see how it goes. Oh, and actually, did anyone pay attention? Did that actually cost us 50? Did it do the thing where it lies and says it'll cost 50, but didn't actually cost 50? I'm going to click this as well to see if there's a confirmation. You do not pay to downgrade. Good. You not planning change capital? I don't see a reason to change it at this point. This is a very good state. So the governing cost went from basically 0 to 18.8. We are paying 10% of 38. The math should just be 38 times 0.1 plus 15. 18.8, yep. Cool, good, fine. What happens to click second time? I think it's just going to do the same numbers again. Another 50 does the exact same thing. So maybe the local great project upgrade cost could save thousands of gold if you're upgrading something from level 1 to level 3. Ethan the Heathen, thank you for your sub. Also, I think I missed TV Elgos. Sorry about that if I did. Appreciate your Twitch Prime. If it adds up, yeah, it should stack additively. %84 defensiveness in our capital is nice. Okay, alright, let's resume playing game. They are not barraging this time, which means they either have not enough military points or some other thing. We could try to trigger a battle here to force them off this if they get a lucky siege tick, like if they breach. Food shortage is pretty good. I think we will just do this and come back. I want them to move. Pretty sure we scorched this province. I did not. I should have. I will. So even though we didn't have a big battle, notice how they gave up their siege status. They went back down to 0. And they gave up the food shortage that they just did. Little things like that are why we're currently winning the war. 8% war score with 30 enthusiasm. They think we're making gains. That's a good sign. Typically, when a girl invites you back to her house or apartment, it wants to do things with you. It's good. Alright, no fort here. That is a leaderless stack, but we would be attacking into the mountains with mostly Milan's army. Austria, what are you doing? Alright, if you're gonna just ignore me and do whatever you want, why don't you send that stack and have it sit there? Just go do that. That would at least be somewhat useful. This stack has the Siena army. We're too far forward, that's why they're not trying to push into Kosovo and Zeta. Let's back off again. Just for a sec, so that they will enter carpet siege mode. This stack is, wow, 3443. They're probably going for one of the smaller things. Is Austria hunting? They're heading to pest. This army might be hunting that army. Possibly. Or that army's hunting us, one of the two. Yeah, they are trying to hunt. Interesting. They did take Kosovo, which is the war goal. We need to get that back quickly. We'll swing back south, which should prompt them to change their movements as well. We do not have access through Venice at the moment, and they won't give it. We did scorch Kosovo, even though it was our gold mine, right? So those 3 are moving to Kosovo. The 20 will reinforce. They have control, so they get to move at full speed. We don't. So we want to park something there to make sure that this gets recontrolled, but I might have to force a battle to make them break this siege. They are moving in on the 18th. We will be there on the 19th. Okay, this is probably going to be an unfavorable fight, but it will break that siege. Sucks. I can't swap the general because it's owned by the mercs. Well, we'll have to just send in enough troops and then break it, since we're locked in already. And at least they broke the siege of the fort, which is all that really matters. And actually, we have a good number here. We might actually just win this fight, unless they're reinforcing quickly. Smaller stack arriving on the 7th, another stack arriving on the 6th. That's too quick. We have enough troops. It's -3 penalty. Our 3-5 versus their 3-3. And they have a tech advantage. And we have less tactics. This is a bad fight. I got the thing done that I wanted to do, which is to make them break their siege. So even though we have enough numbers to win the fight, I want to retreat. I just hope that all of the attached armies do the same. That's the real problem. So hopefully Austria sees... Yeah, get out of there. Fly, you fool. We got the war goal back. Austria, are you just, like, never gonna do anything with this 33 stack? Why don't you go fight that 11 stack that's besieging your capital, maybe? Like, do something. Here, just have no target. Do whatever the hell you want with that thing. Just go do stuff, you know? Okay, max out relations with Poland. They are 35 reasons from an alliance if we weren't at war. They are willing to do a royal marriage. We're currently over the relationship limit by 1 because we're stuck with Muscovy's royal marriage. And we took up an extra alliance with Siena. We can't break it without taking a stab loss since they're allies with us in a war. We're losing some Diplo points, but we could continue to lose Diplo points and secure Poland right now by getting the royal marriage. It's unlikely that they flip, but I would like to lock down that relationship. 7 war score. They are currently at 62 enthusiasm because they're making gains, but that'll change after another 2 months when they realize they've lost Kosovo. Alright, summit has expired. Alright, what you doing, Austria? I think we pile into this fight. I think we are ready to start piling in on defensive terrain. We have a numbers advantage. Has Austria taken Tech 7? We still haven't. I'm very worried that they're going to just let this happen, and then they're going to be like, oh crap, our capital's gone. Like, they're not smart. We should probably send a stack up to deal with it. Otherwise, I just threatened to send a stack, actually. That might be enough. We have plenty of troops here. Let's get this army over. They just either got a natural breach or did another barrage. I just saw the symbol for a second, and we spooked them. There are 55,000 troops going up here. They have done a barrage here as well, or they got excessively lucky. They've got 26-day siege sticks. If this army has a lot of troops, they're making a very concerted effort to knock out Austria right now. Are we actually insufficient support here? No. This army can't deal with that. I'm not sure if I can safely stop this. We need to come in from, like, not that direction. Let this army go after the next fort so that we can intercept that and break the siege. Okay, 4-2. I don't want to take fair fights. I need to protect that capital. If he gets knocked out of the war, we're absolutely doomed. Another thing we can do is, right now the Ottomans basically, this is just, I don't know the actual code, but here's my assessment based on their behavior right now. The Ottomans don't want to go for the war goal because they can't, this is one of the reasons you don't build forts in valuable provinces like Kosovo. They won't siege Kosovo because they see that the fort will automatically return it. So they want to go for Zeta before they go for Kosovo, which means it's very easy for me to keep the ticking war score. And they're not smart enough to just park an army there for the entire war. They see that this is too dangerous. They see that they can maybe knock out Austria based on enthusiasm, and that there's an exposed flat fort over here. So they've rotated around to try to knock out the secondary participant. So how do we stop them from doing that? We have to, one, protect that fort, but two, if we put pressure on any of these provinces and just cause a couple tiny occupations down here, it'll change the way the Ottomans is thinking, and they will start wanting to retake their land instead. So rather than just swing our whole army north to try to fight them on flat terrain, we're going to send this army back down to floor and try to get them to focus on the other thing. We're the defenders in this war. And I'm going to hope that I can sneak this army over in time to keep the capital from getting sacked. We might have to take this fight. Because if these two armies merge... Yeah, we're going to take the fight, go through Vienna. Hopefully we win this. I'm not sure if we're going to. There's our final idea. 5% discipline right before we do our battle. Excellent. Recover army morale speed +5 is deceptively strong because of the way it be. We now have base morale recovery at that number, 32% instead of 27. Yeah, they don't want to take this fight, but... Don't take that fort before we get there. Good. Good, good, good. They are going to reinforce. I think we have enough numbers unless another army comes through. Shit. They're going to arrive in time. We should probably retreat already. Which means that Vienna might fall. We'll retreat up to Trenton if we still have access to... Sorry, Austria, but it had to happen. No point in sieging Epirus because of the Corfu fort. And we just need to get a couple of those occupied and then fall back. So Vienna is going to fall. That will happen. What we need to do is... What we need to do is be ready to quickly take it back. This army's hiding in the mountains behind a river, just waiting. We know it's going to fall. It's going to fall sometime in the next 2 months. And if we can time it so that we arrive before it gets any reinforcements, we can take it back fairly fast. The Ottomans won't likely stay here and try to hold it. They will either go into, like, hunt mode and try to find more armies that they can fight, or they'll go for the next fort, or they'll focus on these provinces that I've just sieged. They are at 16 enthusiasm, and we have 8 war score. If they can convince Austria to peace out, we might lose the alliance. That'll be their main goal. They're rival to the Austrians, so breaking their rival's alliance to us is very high on their list of things to do. Can you white peace yet? Nope. You can tell easily if you can white peace because... Enthusiasm, 15. minus war score equals reasons for peace. So they have negative reasons. 15, or sorry, other way around. They currently would have like -7 reasons for white peace. So I don't want to fight him again, obviously, but this army is hopefully... It's obviously going to fall, right? If I try to go now, they probably do fight us. It fell on the 1st or 2nd, so the garrison did not reinforce. Gone on the 11th, 12th, and 9th. We can be there again on the 20th. We want to be there as late as possible, but still in June. We want them to get like further away from it while disregarding our army. So let's time it so that we arrive on like June 30th and hope that they don't notice us. June 28th is close enough. Okay, so these armies are going to fall back to here. And there is a 17 stack trying to hunt us on the 28th. We're going to be there on the 28th. This is where we have to check the list to see who arrives first. See if we need to turn. Gotta check countries.txt. Turkey. Line. Ottomans. Turkey's line 46. Serbia is almost definitely going to be after them. Yeah, they've got us beat by... Did I say 36? Wait. They're 46 to our 41. We're ahead of them. We actually processed first. Interesting. What about Hab? They are slow, 156. So our army's safe, but... Oh, Siena, actually. Siena's not even in the list. What is Siena's tag? Does anyone know? SIE. Yeah, they're dead. So the CNEs are dead, but we're fine. This army is still going the opposite direction, so it's possible, unlikely, but possible that the Ottoman 4531 stack will disregard our insufficient support stack and allow us to take back Vienna. We could do a barrage? No, we have no artillery. Damn. Currently, Austria's okay, but it's not going to last for long. Their individual war score with the Ottomans is at -40. -40 is more than 22, so, like, they would do, like, an 18% peace deal right now. I'm pretty sure our army is also screwed. Insufficient support is real bad. And I think it's going to immediately go after us. And there's not much we can do about it. Actually, we can retreat. No, we cannot, because of the zone of control. Yeah, we're in trouble. Not good. Well, we can at least prevent the garrison from recovering, and there's a chance, if we send everything now to Vienna, that we can maybe get there before the next monthly tick and still have a chance. Gain 88 money, or 5 Patriarch Authority. Well, I think we take the Patriarch Authority. This is really really bad. I probably should have stopped and kept the army together. That was a mistake. Big mistake. Whoops. May not retreat. We're gonna get stack wiped. At least we get the manpower back. Half of it. Yeah, we instantly got, like, some manpower. So we have nothing but mercs now. Ooh-wee. Yeah, I'm in danger. There is some occupation down here. They are doing a thing. I'm worried that they're going to break that siege. So I will tell them that, yes, you should continue doing the thing that you're currently doing. Don't stop doing it. Please. We need to wait for some of these other armies to attach before we can try to go up here. Hopefully what's going to happen is the Ottomans are now going to route around to try to retake this stuff, hold this fort, and let me take Vienna back. And all of this is just a good stalling tactic. Every month that goes by, we're building up that ticking war score. And if we get Vienna back, then I think that we'll be fine. Our army is large enough to take that army. Garrison did get a recovery tick, but it's still below half strength. Let's path through there and go to Vienna, and these armies will go straight up now. We should probably just hire even more mercs. And that is a okay fight. I wish Austria had Tech 7. We're not even going to bother training regulars. They just don't come out quickly enough. Plus we have no professionalism, so if there were ever a time to hire mercs, it's right now. The Independent Army. Independent Army has a minus 25% cost. Grand Army has a minus cost. We already have the Free Company. I don't really need a general. We have a good general that we want to use, so I think we take the 10-1 stack. We're at plenty of force limit open. 174 monies. That is an okay fight until the 31k arrive? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're going to arrive in 3 days as well. So Austria's probably going to fight, and this is where we might lose Austria. If they take too many casualties and they get war exhaustion because they're in bad terrain, that would be bad. There's a small chance we could get through this without having to hire this. If we get Vienna back, we're basically on track to be able to peace out. Most of their war score is coming right now from occupying Vienna. We would be at 7 war score with, you know, no 16 ongoing battles. We might get a swing in their enthusiasm due to making gains after we... Didn't someone learn and, like, memorize the exact formula for making gains? I think someone from Flory Warrior figured it out. I don't have that memorized yet. I know it's like 2 months... Is it like half of the war score shift over the last 2 months? Something like that. I know it's usually triggered when the war goal is taken because there's a big shift in war score, but I think it's something like that. I think it's better to be safe than sorry in this circumstance. Even if we waste the money, this inflates the overall army value on our side, which helps to offset Austrian enthusiasm. It should affect... am I wrong, actually? I don't think they actually care. They don't care about relative strength of our alliance. That's something we care about. They don't. Still, I think we should be safe than sorry. So let's hire it, in KOTOR should be safe. We want to get that siege started right away. I'm going to back off fully, give them some time to circle back like I predicted they would. We do want to get those 2 artillery if we can, but I want the siege to continue, so... which one of our guys is the better siege leader? The 4 stack has a 5 maneuver general. Let's have the 4 stack try to hunt that 2 cav, or that 2 artillery rather. We ended up with a 3 siege pip leader here. Okay. Just got to keep that Austrian enthusiasm up. They're at 19 with negative war score, so they could peace out at any moment. Hopefully they see that we're going to potentially get their capital back for them. I'm very concerned right now that Austria could just bow out. If I were the Ottomans, I would be sending a peace offer right now to break the alliance between Austria and Serbia and to take either money or war reps. They could do like a 10 to 20% peace deal. Hopefully the Ottomans are too dumb to do that. Then again, they improved the AI this patch, they said, so we shall see. We don't want to risk losing actual stuff on this side, though, so we already need to start doubling back. Did anybody attach this? We've got 16,000 attached to my 4 stack. You are the guy with 3 siege. Anyone attach this one? No, so don't, and you can also come down. Okay, they're gonna get the war goal. We could and should fight here briefly, just to avoid this 21% wall breach. Did they barrage again? Nope, they just got lucky. As soon as they see the battle, they should hopefully break off, hopefully all of them. But if they don't, then it is what it is. I'm just gonna fight for a few days. They did break it. Haha. Aha. Ah ha 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 ha. Morons. They'll never take my stuff. They'll never take it. Never get me copper. Reset their siege stuff. Come on, take that back. Get it back. Water shortage, 35%. We should take a fight in Zeta, probably. Does the same thing. How many total troops do we have here? Milan's 16 stack on top of my... Yeah. Let's just pile in. We will pile in and then retreat to KOTOR, which is also mountain, if I'm not mistaken. We do have a diplomat doing nothing at the moment. Let's have him do curry favor on Austria. Another age bonus. War taxes is probably the next most relevant. That or justified wars. There's also a small possibility that we might want feudal de jure law if we are successful in taking clay from the Ottomans. Most likely, though, we just take land that's already our core, so it's probably not going to need it. I think we'll take war taxes. Money. Money's good. You just asked Flory about the making gains modifier. The period is 91 days. Cool. I will definitely take a look. One sec. You streaming right now?
Aruma just asked how long the making gains period was again. Does anybody remember? It's 91 days, give or take.
Give or take. See, the community knowledge is vague on this game. 91 isn't cool. 91? Why 91? Why not 90? Wouldn't 90 make more sense? Well, keep in mind, we also still could add another 5% discipline if we really feel pressed, but I probably don't do that if I can get by without it. You can consecrate Metropolitan with one province. That's funny. I shall. Please take back Vienna. Ottomans hold Constantinople. Length of war. Opinion. Ottoman military strength. Relative strength of alliance. So, getting back Vienna is going to be a swing in war score. And will hopefully trigger making gains. It won't take effect, I believe, until either the next monthly tick or like 2 ticks. I could have sworn it was only 30 days. Or sorry, 60 days. But, we are still favorable in this fight. I'll fight until they get more troops here, and then we'll retreat. Let's go to Serbia. They had to give up another breach that they did. They did. Because we lost a battle there, they got a free tick, and they got lucky, got a 14, and breached it. Now they have a 28% chance here with 51,000 troops, which is not ideal. 7 war score, 10 enthusiasm. We're 3 reasons away from white peace. White peace at this point would be a victory. Because between now and the next time we would fight, we could potentially pick up new allies like Poland and Lithuania, who are closer and far more likely to actually honor the call. We can fix the issue where we're over our relationship limit. Austria's ruler have any relatable traits? They were also cruel before. Or no, they were malevolent, which was nothing. Is Austria... Oh, you mean fierce negotiator? They're freethinker, architectural visionary, and malevolent. So hopefully we do get... Yeah, Serbia's making gains, -6. Next monthly tick, we do not gain war score, because it'll go from 18 to 18.8. We have -11 from battles, unfortunately. I think we have to get lucky and just not have that fort fall. There is a discipline advisor. Discipline 5 versus morale 10 in the current patch. I've got to be honest, I don't see any difference in how morale works. I don't know. Morale feels the exact same to me as it did in previous patches. The only difference is that it does feel like stack wipes are harder, but it still feels like morale is just as valuable as it used to be. Alright, if that fort falls, we are in a lot of trouble. We have to be ready to just immediately retake it. just like we were trying to do with Vienna. We could try to get a battle here. If this army is capable of... If they fail that tick, and then we can get here and fight here, we might be able to make them break this. If we get unlucky, though, this could just make or break the campaign. They did not take it. 7 war score, 10 enthusiasm. That attrition tick might gain us 1 more reason. Yeah, we could wipe peace right now. By 1 reason. They have no chance of taking the southern fort. Their siege ticks are so fast that I think that they get another chance, another 42%. 24 days. I don't think we can get to here in 24 days. May 6th is more than 24 days, so I don't think I want a chance of 42%. Obviously, the big balls play would be to keep going. That's not... I've got the balls, but, you know, I don't normally play like that. Like, I play tactically, and like, I think not losing is winning here. It's only going to be a 5-year truce, so we got to be fast and, like... Here's the thing, we are, right now, we are, like, super close to taking Tech 7. The next time we fight the Ottomans, we will have Tech 7, we will have full force limit with artillery, we'll have amazing generals, and also, like, the first era is not really the best time to fight the Ottomans. You want to wait till the second era starts, so they don't have their guns of urban anymore. But, I think we're about to beat the shit out of Hungary. Or Venice. So I would rather do that than try to beat my head against this flush wall. That, by the way, despite everything we've done to them, despite the 150,000 troops that they've lost, the Ottomans still have, prepare yourself, 26,855 manpower, and they recover 1,600 roughly per month. And place your bets, do they have any loans? 2. We put them 2 loans into debt. So I think winning white peace is winning. So I'm going to take it. That also allows us to actually build up prosperity again in the gold mine. Like, it's just better, in my opinion. Okay, devastation is where? In Zeta? It'll come down pretty quick. We are going to lose a fair bit of prosperity. I don't really think this is worth a dev click. Actually, it might be. It is. Let's do 1 dev click. Not in Kosovo, in Zeta. We have plenty of admin. Let's do a dip click, even though it's just livestock. To protect, like, 4 prosperity, I think I would just do 2 clicks here. We're going to be spending most of these monarch points on development anyway, so... We can seize land, which we do want to do. We are at 29.17. We cannot revoke anything from them. We can do this again in September. I'm probably going to take this sale of titles and then build our level 3 center of trade. So let's seize and then do this. Take our level 3 center. Another minus 10% dev cost to everything else in the area. Huge trade power. We can turn this back into trade power for now. Once we get prosperity in that state, we might start doing more. Moreover, did we lose land? No, we white peace. That means we won. We can also fix our relationships issue. Siena, I mean, you were nice and all, but I don't think we really need to be friends. I don't know that their 8 stack actually did anything. During that time, we did build up enough favors that we can do a thing, though, so let's ask them for some soldiers. And then dump it next month. We will hold on to all these mercs for now, I guess. Despite having a pure merc army at the moment, we do have net 12 money a month, which is surprising. As soon as we get to Tech 7, we're looking to attack somebody. So since we have all these merc stacks that we can't really do anything with, we could potentially rent them out as Condottieri. I would like to have a general for that, but the 4 stacks are really awful for Condottieri because it affects people's willingness to hire them, since it's not a very large stack. Alright, well that was quite a war. 5-year stay of execution. Let's see how we're looking. We have a rival slot open. We are at 52 PP size. We can rival Naples and the Pope. We have a truce with the Pope until 87 next year, May. I recall we did fabricate some claims to try to open up opportunities for expansion. We probably do immediately dive in. We have only 1 war exhaustion. We have transports to get these armies across. So probably jumping in on one of those while we wait for Tech 7. One of the easier wars. When we get Tech 7, then we go after either Venice or Hungary. Are we still warned? We're still warned. No, Venice is guaranteed by Hungary. That's annoying. Okay, Poland was willing to be our friend. Still at 7 out of 6. We're dumping Siena. I wish I could get rid of the Muscovy thing. Naples is allied to Austria. Austria is not willing to defend them. Still. It would cost our ally prestige to decline the call, which makes him weaker, but it's okay. He could be weak right now. Austria was kind of a bro in that war, gotta admit. Hungary has 51,000 troops of their own. We currently have only whatever number this is, 25. We do have a good spy network on Hungary, but support rebels, lol. What a dumb mechanic. You actually gain the power projection now? Did they ever fix that? I can't remember. So we're definitely going to pick up the alliance to Poland. I don't want to be over the relationship limit for much longer, because we are going to go for a diplomatic idea group next, and I want the monarch points. I'm wondering if we should dump Milan. Milan did provide us with like a 15 stack. We could also just integrate a subject. Or hope that the royal marriage with Muscovy is gone. I hope that doesn't take too long. We're definitely swapping out Siena for Poland right now. I don't see an easy way to get rid of the other relation. Alright, let's keep spying on Mr. Hungary. Let's wait till next month to get our royal marriage established so we don't take the extra diplo point penalty. Good job, Siena. We appreciate your contribution. They jumped in and helped us out at the very last minute. We don't have any unrest to put down. I've got to decide. We're definitely not attacking Hungary yet, so let's look over here. Can we beat Naples? 23k on Tech 7? No. Hungary, or Ferrara, directly is on Tech 6 with only 11k. Bologna, part of a trade league with Venice. That lets us bypass the Hungarian guarantee. Florence, only allied to Padua, but we have a truce until October of 88. Pisa, we have a truce. Genoa, direct, brings in the Pope. The Pope is our rival, no? Can be our rival. Okay, we could rival the Pope. 22k for the Pope, Tech 7. Genoa, Tech 7. We will be on Tech 7 extremely soon. Only going to cost us 286 points to get this. So, by March of next year, we'll be on Tech 7. Savoy appears to be dead, so that's a thing. Direct war deck on Venice looks bad. How long is Austria's truce with Venice? 87. Huh. Looks like either find a Canottieri contract then, or we have to fabricate some more claims bordering claims to do a thing. Can't attack into the Empire because we're allied to the Emperor. Genova is part of the Empire. Could fabricate all the way up to Savoy, and then he would be an easy target. That would require... What about Saluzzo? We should fabricate on Saluzzo. It's an easy prestige generator, easy army tradition generator. Let's just go do something to Luxembourg. Also easy. Kind of a weird direction to be attacking, but... It's actually one of the only opportunities I see at the moment that's easy while we're weak. Naples is the best. I think Naples with 23k is actually like 30k, and I don't like that they've got Tech 7 right this moment. It'd be hard for me to get my troops grouped up to counteract their 30k. They can quickly train to 30k. They're centralized. They've got a lot of, you know, they got a lot. They could easily overwhelm my ability to get over there. And then Ferrara's fort is a problem. He did conquer Lucca. Got 2 forts. They're flat terrain forts, but it blocks us from like walking in. We would have to land troops in Urbino. And if we ever get overwhelmed, even for a second, there's no retreat path. That's why I don't like it. Force vassalize Savoy. It's possible if we fabricate claims all the way up there. I'm not going to do a no CB war if that's what you're thinking. Padua is someone we could also fabricate a claim on. I should not have flipped off hostile trading. Let's rival... I think we are going to rival the Pope. Pope is not allied to anyone that we care about. Genoa, Ferrara, Castile, Salzburg. And it's kind of thematic for us to be rivals with the Pope, because we're Orthodox. Naples is also reasonable, but they're currently allied to our ally, which could cause issues. If we do attack and like make him break the alliance, I'd be fine with it, but I want to do it when I am ready to attack Naples. So, Austria picked up 2 war exhaustion. So yeah, the Pope seems good. Let's just rival the Pope. For now. And I'm going to stop currying favors for a little bit in order to get that claim on Padova, because he's also very good looking in bed. Very good looking in the bedroom. We have the Diplo Rep guy because we wanted people to join our defensive call. We've got full price level 2 advisors. Yuck. I don't want to pay for those. We've got unrest level 2s. Realm armies. Wow, we're only being... Did they change the way that advisors are chosen for you? I'm only being offered pretty much all level 2s. That sucks. Okay, well, we're not getting rid of our mercs at the moment. The Free Company. Probably... I need to start training some regular infantry. Like, we can't just rely on merc frontline stuff. It's too annoying to deal with. I need space for, like, 4 artillery, but... 4 or 6? We could do 6. 6 is pretty greedy, but it's also very fast. Gives 5 siege status on level 1 forts. But that's a thing of the past, right? Most AIs build forts. Looking at you, Hungary, why haven't you built a fort in your capital? I have seen a lot more forts than normal. So they definitely are building them, but... Maybe we do just save up for artillery. That'll be fine. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, the spider workout would be alright here too. Durez is owned by a country of the Orthodox faith. Durez. Take land from Venice. The proposal of the nobility. Orantol is a thing. Take land from Hungary. Gain admin points to take land from Hungary. Gain a claim on the area. Gonna give me a claim on the whole state, huh? We probably get permanent claims on Hungary from our mission tree, don't we? Oh, we probably do want to turn on this thing soon. Maybe I should have turned it on before I did that bump in Sirmia. Build a workshop in Sirmia, we gain base production in Sirmia. Do that one. Burgers are currently not giving us a dev cost discount, and we're going to want it again soon, I think. We'll build a workshop there, it's fine. An offer to trade favors for ducats from Muscovy. Fuck you. You... you declined my defensive call. I'm going to give you money. You see the opposite? You see lots of forts getting deleted. Well, let's take a look. Level 3, like how many of these OPMs start with a fort? Dithmarschen I know does not. Lubeck does. Like Oldenburg does not. East Frisia does not. These are definitely all new. So, Lots of level 3 forts inside the HRE being built. Ottoman forts, they have them. They have some. I hate mercs. I want to get rid of our mercs. Milan is also asking us for 53 monies. I don't want to give you money. What's the penalty if we decline again? It doesn't even tell you in the tooltip. It's like some stuff. What if I just turn around and ask them for the money back? I don't get the same amount as they got from me. Damn. Negative 10 what? Negative 10 opinion or negative 10 trust? Well, let's find out. I'm not giving it to them. Negative 10 opinion. Refuse to give ducats for favors. Comes back at 6.7 per year. Holy crap. Why would you ever say yes then? There's just 10 opinion and it comes back in like a year. Huh. Didn't you make a patch that made the AI build capital forts? Yep. Yeah, that was a couple years ago. They did not incorporate that, even though it was good. Alright, this is actually one of the few circumstances where I think we do lower land maintenance, because we can't drill. They're all mercs. And there's no unrest for me to put down, so there's really no reason to have morale at the moment. So I guess we will go down to 0. Which does nothing because... why? What? Huh. Can you not lower can you not lower morale on mercs? Is that new? I don't remember that being a thing. Huh. Weird. Insulted rival, Eclipse Savoy. You can't lower it. I feel like you used to be able to do that. Well, we're probably going to need to use the manpower pools from the mercs to help us out against the Ottomans, so... or sorry, well, the Ottomans as well. But, we're not doing development here again for a while. This state... fine. This state has very low manpower, so there's no reason to run the manpower edict there. We also have a 5 stack up here. We don't actually have... This army is actually pretty ideal for renting out as troops. So, like, anyone that we can get access to that has, like, rebels and stuff, we could just rent it out for some quick bumps in cash. Come back from Hungary for a sec, just see if, like, Milan wants to buy that 6 stack. No land access to capital, but if we did have land access, they would. No, they would not. What about you? Are you interested? Free troops. Has to be the right type of rebels for them to want the army. Also too much micro, I don't want to do it. So I'm not gonna. So if we did have the claim on Padova, that's an easy war. We need a few more troops. Actually, we don't. Cool, good, fine. Don't have the siege leader over there. Let's grab the guy with 3 siege pips, which is Rabats, Franjo. What you auto-transport to here. Army is the way to glory. Indeed. It's a change within a year. The Ottoman War resulted in white peace, which as far as we're concerned is a win. Oh right, we're supposed to be building a workshop in Serbia. Been warned by the Ottomans. Of course we have. They don't like that we are doing stuff and things. Not going to get military access through Venice. We can get military access through Ferrara. And I doubt Padova has boats, so we have naval superiority. We'll just land in Ferrara. It's also possible that Padova asks for access from Venice. We'll attack them if we get the claim, and then Saluzzo would be the next best target. Might as well keep our army together. I can't move this one over, but... 250 manpower per month is okay. Still over the relationship limit, frustratingly. Turn off this edict in 4th month. Our truce with Muscovy is up. Do warnings go over naval borders? They do not, no. You have to have physical adjacency, and it does not count sea tile adjacency. Nice to see some rebels in Hungary. They have a 011. They are on Tech 7 already, but Austria is a diplomat, so they don't really want to do much. We can take admin tech early and gain innovativeness. We will wait till someone tries to compete. No one has taken Diplotech either. We'll just kind of go toward the cap here. Genova does the thing. Actually, it looks like someone does want to compete, so... January 1st of next year, we can take 240 admin points for another 6 innovativeness. We're already at 60, so... Probably don't need to take it early. I'd rather do development, probably. Especially with all the discounts we've stacked, and that mission that we can turn in for another 10. We have, like, reached critical mass in preparedness against Hungary. 99 spy network gives 19.8% siege ability. We already have 33.5 siege ability. We're gonna have 6 artillery. We're gonna do stuff to them. Let's go ahead and take this tech right now. Let's do our artillery up. As soon as we have the money. A claim on Saluzzo. How's that war still look? Getting to Luxembourg would be kind of a pain in the butt, but if I declare the war, chances are good that because Luxembourg wants to get to us, he'll get access through everything for us. Might even get access through Hungary, and we can just march this bigger stack up to help out. So I think we'll just declare this war now. There's no reason for us to be at peace. We could also call Austria in, but I want the favors to take back Istria. Might as well use Milan, though. He will also help out. Although, if the purpose of the war is money and prestige, and like demanding trade power from someone in a node that we want to collect from, inviting any ally really detracts from those things. And I don't need their stack, so we don't call anyone in. No reason to. Can you buy the province from Austria? We spent all of our favors bumping up trust, so we had to restart that process. He did have his fort mothballed, but doesn't matter. We'll just wait for artillery to come out. Let's get the next artillery started. Our favors with Austria are at 10, and we need, I think it was 27 to get Istria. Yeah. Italian Wars has happened. Again. Military access looks like this. We have access through France, which connects us up to Luxembourg. Gotta keep waiting for a little bit. PP is getting kind of small. Yeah, Austria does have a lot of favors. What can you do? Truce with Pope is up. Let's reestablish our embargo. Get our claim on Padova. Probably want to insult the Pope to get our PP big. We will declare this war ASAP. Still waiting on military access. I don't want to be the one to have to ask for access over here. We do have access through Ferrara, so we'll just wait. We have access across yet? No. Get the 4th artillery started. And 2 is preparing to attack Padova in a war of aggression. We did not get access through here. If Mantua is about to declare, we need to get there quickly. I actually want these to land this 6-stack. Actually, this one's got higher maneuver and siege. Although, we kind of need to land the 6-stack first. Can someone please give me military access through Hungary? Why is Hungary being such a jerk? Our insult is at 6, so doing the insult doesn't actually help yet. We will probably end up being at war with the Pope. We probably should start spying on them. We also want to start spying on the Ottomans, for sure. We could force vassalize Padua to be able to call people in against Mantua. Mantua is allied to Pisa Bregenz. Doesn't do much. I don't think I want to do that, but it's just something to think about. We could do it. Can't get return cores? You can't get return core unless you border it. You are right. I have a subject core here. Does that count? I don't think it does. I think it is just strictly physical adjacency. So we would, what, have to take Rijeka back first? Yep, so the purpose of this war is training, basically. We're getting army tradition from doing sieges. We are doing money from transfer trade war reps and from just taking their money. And we're also getting our prestige capped out at 100 from doing the deals. But we need to start spying on Pope, on the Ottomans. I need to have a 100 spy network against him too. He caught us last time. Still no military access across. Let's have this army get ferried over to here. Nice wall breach. Check out those 24-day siege sticks. One of you pick up the other guy. This is actually a 6 and 2 stack. This army can come off with this army. And we can head over to, like, Parma and get ready to go across. These guys can blockade. Let's actually have this guy just drill the artillery. I mean, why not? We want to focus on getting this army up to the secondary participant. It's going to be the thing that stops us. But we're blocked by zone of control, so I guess we have to consider going after Saluzzo first. Would like to get that artillery also helping out with the siege, if possible. But until we have all 6, it's kind of fine. No, it's not. What am I talking about? We should just get these artillery over right now. Let's bring the boats back home. We'll get one more tick. And we already took it. Let's have this army go over to here as well. Boats can go pick up artillery. Did we get access through Hungary? Got access through Venice. Kind of helps. Patriarchs, build a church in Raska, gain base tax. Build a barracks, gain base manpower in Belgrade. Get more in our capital. Appeasing the nobles would be nice here. Build our navy to force limits. Gain an admiral with 40 tradition. Weak. I think we'd rather build a barracks in the capital. Barracks already has good manpower anyway, so... And we care more about the nobles' opinion than we do about the others. Yeah, let's come back from Austria for a sec. Don't really care to fight their navy. Don't care about naval tradition. We could take this land. It's in a node that's we're collecting in. We have excess admin points. We could core it. It's not our primary culture. It's not our primary religion. It's gonna take us 36 months to core it. We could feed it to Urbino. It's not defensive terrain. The primary reason for declaring the war is mostly the things that I'd said, like getting prestige to 100, getting the siege in for war, for whatever else, the army tradition. Urbino needs food. Urbino would be more useful if they had more land, that's for sure. But right now, they're really useful just being in defensive terrain with a level 3 fort. I think I take it and I transfer it to Urbino. I don't remember, can I transfer it to Urbino? He can definitely core it because he's got coastal coring range. I can't remember. Can you transfer, if you're at peace, can you use the subject interaction to grant land across a sea tile, or does it have to be adjacent? I can't recall. This might also piss off Austria, is another reason to not consider it. No, he doesn't want it. You can get the Austrian province with it? Are you sure? Did we settle whether sea tile adjacency is enough? Why not switch the siege to Urbino? Because then we would have to pay Diplo points. Because Urbino doesn't have the claim. I don't want to pay 23 Diplo points if I don't have to. That's the only reason. Okay, I think we just take it and we hold on to it. We don't even have to peace out yet. Just keep the war going, it's fine. That way we don't have to sit on overextension and, you know, whatever. Whatever else the effect. This army can go here. This army is going to actually double back and pick up the artillery. The Plight of Zeta. Lose 38 ducats, or Zeta, which currently makes cows. Gets local goods produced. I don't care. Immediately get caught by the Ottomans again, of course. I mean, why wouldn't we? They're probably doing counter-espionage. Nation of Austria, your faithful allies, requesting you come to their aid in the French conquest of Namur against France. Okay, France once again disrespecting the Empire. Burgundy, or Bohemia, is also likely... Bohemia's going to join. France on Tech 7. France has 2 whole ideas. Wow. Austria's got 2 offensive. Austria did take Tech 7. France is on 7. Bohemia's on 7. Everyone's on 7. France looks scary. We're in a safe position relatively, but it makes it hard for us to conclude the current war that we're in. But who am I kidding? We can't say no. We need him to help us with... did I ever get the alliance to Poland? I got the royal marriage, and I forgot to do the alliance. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. We could easily be locked in war for 4 years, and I won't be able to get an alliance to Poland. Well, no. If I accept the French call, I just have to end my wars, and he will still ally us. France, why you gotta be like this? Causing problems, buddy. He's probably gonna murder my army, since we're in bad terrain, though. And these guys don't want out. They will want out relatively soon, though. Especially if we stack wipe them. Will they also get stuck in France? They would, yeah. If they are in neutral territory and then they enter from here, their return province will be here, and they will not be able to escape. We would have to pull them out before we accept. I think that's what I have to do. France will absolutely murder the stack if we leave it there. So we have to get out. My Despotissa, the leader of the Merc Company known as Hajdux, passed away, and we have a 2432. Alright. Oh, and by the way, speaking of leaders, we're not going to get innovativeness from Miltech, so we can roll generals. We have military points. We have everything we need to make god tier generals. 6 to 15 with 3 guaranteed. It's that time. Are you excited? We also want the professionalism anyway. I don't think we're hiring more mercs, so... Who shall lead? Dr. Trey Bucket. Dr. Trey Bucket. No, Boucher. Rolling 6 to 15, so 9 to 18 pips. Come on, 6, 6, 5, 1. Boom! What? How many is that? 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. You rolled minimum. Table minimum. Okay, off to a hot start. You can only roll one more. Damn it. Dr. Trebuchet. We should launch him in a trebuchet. You know, off a balcony or something. I am Sparta. You never fail to roll well, right? You never fail. Boom! 4, 3, 3. That's 12. Still pretty bad, but I mean, I guess. Just gotta keep rolling. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so the one positive to joining this is that we can actually send our armies north and over to knock out Luxembourg, because we'll have access to the Empire. We just have to get these armies out, and then we're good. So as soon as this army gets over to here, I'm going to turn off attached to me on that stack and on any other stacks that we have. Do we want to take this tech? I think we probably will take admin tech early. Wait, no, didn't I already decide that I don't really want to do that? I'd rather dev push. I think that's what I decided. Pretty sure. Are we safe? Are we clear? Need to get there on the 11th. Anything else we want to do before we go to peace, or before we join their war? I don't think so. Can't rent Canatiri to them because we're in a war already. I think we're clear. We can join. Ooh, there's Saluzzo's army. If we can stack wipe that, it makes it even easier to peace out. Okay. We're in. If you dev, remember mission. Yeah. So it's either we take the innovativeness, or we are intentionally skipping out on this 12 innovativeness to get a lot of extra development clicks in. We have prosperity back in our capital. We're down to 27 cost in this province without the development edict and without the mission turned in. So we can get another 20% discount, which is 10 points off. So we can get the cost down to 17, which is pretty good. And I could easily see taking this one to 30 development. We would really, really like to favor military development in this state because of the manpower state and the soldier's house and all that, but we got to take the cheap, easy development too, with admin and stuff. Yeah, taking it would lower the cost, but we would also be losing 240 admin points to do it. So you got, when would you break even for 240 admin points? If we only took one tech, we would gain 6 innovativeness, which is, what, a tenth of the current amount. So it's like 0.6% all power cost. How long would it take you with an extra 0.6 all power cost to make up 240 points? A real long time. Like more clicks than we would get. Plus it's long-term advantage versus short-term advantage. We want the short-term advantage. We want money, force limit, income, power, stuff. So I think we do go ahead and do development. Got prosperity here, so we're ready. Turn on our mission. Get the production efficiency as well. I would like military development here, but we need generals, and I do want to take Tech 8, so it's going to have to be admin and dip. The soldier's household will still make it a powerful manpower state, so that's fine. We'll go down to about here. Since I know I'm not going to try to compete for innovativeness, we just have to have enough points when it's time to take the tech. So we can probably safely go down to, like, I would say 200 of each monarch point. Let's just take the dev now. Roscoe's not part of the state, and they don't have prosperity yet. Does this state have prosperity? Not even close. Let's keep on doing Smeller. these two. I want to take them all the way to like... What is that? So, do one more. Suddenly we have metropolises everywhere. 38, 31, 30. And then this one's already at 32 as well. Total of 27 development, plus 28, plus 26, plus 22. Now ask yourself, could you have gotten that many development points in while being ahead of time on all tech and having 60 innovativeness if you had gone for any other idea group than innovative into offensive? The answer is no. Innovative is the best idea group, hands down. Don't argue. I'm right. I'm right. Don't disagree. That's not the smartest fight, considering that we only have that, but it's okay, I guess. Really no reason to not take this land now. Actually, there is. I can't get rid of it. We'll hold off. Flory does argue. Well, Flory is entitled to his opinion. I respectfully disagree. We have access through here yet? Yes. Let's bring these guys over as well. We still need 2 more artillery, I believe. No, just 1. Get that guy queued up. And then we're saving for like a building for the estate. Yeah, we need barracks in Belgrade. And ideally, I just want to get Saluzzo to let me off so I can make sure to get my alliance to Poland. I need that really badly, because I can easily see myself forgetting and then having the Ottomans declare. Austria declines because they're at war with France and not liking how things are going. How do we make France back off as fast as possible? His war goal is against Hainaut. Hainaut is this OPM up here. He's going to get it. I could just take a separate peace with France, take a 10 trust hit with Austria. It's still the same Austrian leader. They're still malevolent. Looks like France is focusing on the northern thing, so maybe we can sneak Saluzzo. I don't really care about attrition since it's mostly mercs, so let's head over to here and try to take Cuneo. Might work. We have an extra diplomat again. Just PU France easy? Yeah, easy. Easy, lol. That is they have that good general. I don't believe I can go for both at the same time, but we do have our 4 artillery. Our 6th artillery is here. We're not at war with this, but now we are at war with Trent. We can knock out Trent pretty easily. Let these stacks go there. 2 siege pips is sufficient. 1 artillery is good. I gotta remember that last artillery is popping out soon. This attrition is horrendous. Go away, Austria. Why are you here, Austria? Let me do it. I think in this case we tell no one to attach to us, because they're just gonna make us suffer more attrition on our artillery. Mercantilism is tight. I concur. Probably gonna want this guy to go fast. I do want to roll another general. I feel like we got unlucky, so let's roll 1 more. Be great if we could get even more army tradition before doing the rolls, but it's unreasonable to assume that we get all the way to 100. So, Zwolinski. Swizlinski. Your name is hard to spell. Boom. There he is. 6435. How many is that? 10? 18? 18? Max? Max roll. Badass. Hog. Can't assign a general to that stack. And assign a general to that stack. We are using our consort here. Let's put 6 siege pips there. That is a good roll, sir. Could roll another, but now that we have a good one, I think that we now do try to greed higher army tradition. We actually don't have enough fort ratio since we did all that development. We don't need more fort zone of control though, so where would be the next place to put a fort? I don't want to have more forts in this line. I don't think it actually helps. And it actually makes it more confusing trying to figure out like where they can and can't get. We could put one in just like slightly defensive terrain. What we need to do is take some clay from Hungary. We still have force limit. Our force limit went up a lot with that development. I think we actually are going to 10 artillery. We've got room for it, so let's just do it now. Should probably get the barracks built first. Make them happy. Here comes the 10-0-10 stack. Innovative offensive. The signature innovative offensive stack. Okay, that's occupied by Hainaut, which is fine. We're going to go after Saluzzo. This extra artillery is not going to do anything in this siege, but we might as well bring it over. Unconditional surrender from Padova. Fine. Fine, we'll finish this. We're going to just hold on to it ourselves then, so that we can maybe get Istria. How close are we? Really far. I need 15 more favors. 27 minus 12.66 divided by 0.11 is going to take 130 months, 11 years. 11 years that I'll have to hold on to it. Maybe we just court ourselves then. Because if I give it to a subject, we won't be able to get Istria to our subject back. And this is good flat terrain. We could develop here. I don't like having land in this node. I'd rather it all be like in these two areas, but what can you do? Sometimes you just have to go into Italy. And oh shit, we can assign it to a trade company. That's funny. That's funny. So we're in this region, the Balkans, which means that, yeah, we could trade company it. Interesting. I don't think we do, but it's interesting. You will get some favors in this war. We will not. Annoyingly, this is what happens. So Hainaut is the defender. Austria is not the defender. Austria got called in because they're the emperor. And then when the emperor gets called in to defend a prince, they also get to send out a defensive call. But we're not allied to Hainaut. We're allied to Austria. So we don't gain any favors from this. Just kind of bullshit, actually. But it is the way that it is. There's their army. They're going to be jerks. We need to finish this siege. Decided that we are going to keep this land, so we should start the core as soon as possible. Annoyingly, we're not taking the fort, so I don't get it back right away. Let's again curry favor here. There are some French soldiers coming toward us. Alright. Yeah, an extra 10 years of separatism for no real reason. Awesome. Barracks. They wanted it in the capital, yeah? Belgrade? We would like to build more, but I want more artillery more than I want barracks. So let's get the next couple of artillery going. Make sure they're all arriving in sync so the artillery does not go in the front. Really easy to miss. 19th, 20th. Actually, I'm going to make this army attach. This is why I hate mercs. Mercs are dumb. They're dumb and bad. This goes to Hainaut, since he's the war leader. I don't want to pay for it. Although, if I do decide that I want to just end the war, like if I'm desperate, if our truce is up with the Ottomans, which it's like already it's about to happen, I have to ally Poland. I need Poland's 60k. and 42k. There's 100,000 troops that we could be allied to right now. I just have to be at peace. Well, I have to be at peace with the people I declared on. Holding on to it for our own means we have individual war score that we can use against France. Our war score is at 3. So, might help us to get out of the wars. I think I will have a subject pay for it. We'll give it to the most disloyal subject, which is Urbino. Does Urbino have defensiveness? They have 10%. Bosnia has 10%. Dalmatia has 25%. But not because of ideas. Yeah, Urbino it is. Inet has accepted peace with Augsburg. Augsburg? Trent is actually already out. That whole discussion was pointless. Here is out. We only have a 2 bonus, and somehow our 5 siege pip leader is over here. We need to get him over here. Get that siege done. I want to get these, all 6 of these artillery grouped up, if I can. Get our corps started. We have 1 more artillery that needs to get built. It'll take us to 10. Hungary is probably chomping at the bit to maybe go to war with us, which is a little spooky. Another reason why I want to get the alliance to Poland is if we just have that alliance to Poland, Hungary will also not try to attack us. Let's bring these guys over here in case we need to use the transports to get over. Saluzzo has fallen. Okay, we're not taking anything from Saluzzo. I'm not well, am I force vassalizing? A mountain Saluzan march in the Genoa node takes a relationship slot, but what a thorn in France's side. That would piss them off. Kind of funny. Let's see. Yeah, Ottomans are going to declare probably immediately. I don't think I've seen a war deck from them. They still have a militarist, so they are probably going to go after the Mamluks or Akinlu before they go for us. But, would allow France to attack you directly? Yeah, but we're already fighting France, so this would be an excellent bastion. The zone of control can project and be really annoying. I don't think I'm going to try to go siege out Luxembourg. It feels too risky. I think we just get this done so I can pick up my alliance. We just get the war over. Like, things changed. It's fine. We don't get what we really wanted. But we can get out and secure the alliance to Poland. If we can find and kill his army, we can get a much better deal, though. Let's try to chase it. This is just such a messy war. I don't want to be weird military access and like multiple wars, and it's just nasty. I don't want to do any of this. Should have good supply here to group the armies up and get them organized. Just with Florence is up. Take all the mercs. Group the artillery. Truce is up with Florence. Florence has no friends. We can do the conquest of Florence, even though we can't take the land. Interesting. He's got a level 1 fort. We have a 5 siege pip leader with 6 artillery. And full innovative offensive. I don't have an adjacent thing. I would have to also attack, like, Pisa. I do kind of want to do one of these wars. Naples wouldn't defend Ferrara. Milan would defend Ferrara. We have a truce with Pisa. What about Poland? Yeah, I'm just thinking, just seeing what my options are. Best I could do with Saluzzo would be to get like war ups, transfer trade, and money. Like that's really all I would ever want from the guy. And it's just money. We make good money, so let's just get out. He is willing to agree to a 35% peace deal now, so war ups and direct cash is fine. Let's do that. Yeah. Get out, secure the alliance to Poland, make sure Hungary doesn't do anything while we're kind of pants down. Maybe Poland wants to double tap Hungary with us. Intal, not defensive. Oh, it's defensive, but there's no fort there. Our stacks are quite competent. Our power projection's kind of small. I'm very tempted to do something to increase power projection, so that would be either directly attacking Hungary, which we can't because the Ottomans are currently warning us. Brandenburg, or Hungary is protecting Munich, guaranteeing Venice. We also can't directly attack Venice. Yuck. Alright, the only option then to keep power projection high is doing something to the Pope. We don't want to fight Castile, so we fight a proxy war with our rival, get a separate peace to humiliate, which means we want to attack Genoa, Ferrara, or Salzburg. Ferrara is protected by the Pope. It's probably the only angle that I can see. Milan would defend. We were considering breaking that alliance anyway. We are over the relationship limit by 1, and we're going to be doing a diplomatic ID group next, so I'm incentivized to get rid of that excess relation. The other person was Genoa, and Genoa brings in Geneva, which is easy. Genoa themselves, I'm assuming everyone's on Tech 7. They have 15k troops. We have 30k right here. They have a level 3 fort, but we've got 6 artillery with a 5 siege whip leader, so that's 3 and 5, plus 8 siege status. I think Genoa seems easy. Yeah, and then we could actually double tap if we wanted to. I could call in Milan into the Genoa war. While Milan is our ally, they can't defend Ferrara. And if we time it, right, we can separate peace the Pope, then declare war on Ferrara while we're still at war with Genoa. Pope comes in again, we do a double tap, siege reset. First one for money humiliate and whatever else we want. Second one for money, war ups, trade power. Pretty good. That solves the power projection issue. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do to increase the odds that happens, Thiefy. Is there? I think it's just, like... I don't know the rules for it. Let's just look it up, I guess. EU4 Raid Curia Coffers event. There's a specific event where you get, like, tons of money. It's not called Raid. What's it called? Anyone know the name of the event? When war ups end? Yeah, so the first war, like I said, you do money, direct money, and then like a bunch of prestige stuff, like break their alliances and crap, and then you immediately double tap, go back into the war. Second war, you do transfer trade, war ups, and money. Sacking of Rome. Yeah, that sounds right. EU4 Sack Rome event. Papal events. We got sack. Sack of Rome. If you're the Pope and you have at least 2 war exhaustion, and it hasn't happened in a while, it gets sacked. That's not the right one. It's something... This is the event from the Pope side. How do I find the right one then? Just search for Sack of Rome, but not from the Pope's perspective, maybe? Give info game, tell me. Why is it not Searching. Do it. Just search for sack. No, that's still going to show us the other one. Ah, if anyone finds it, just link it in chat. I don't think we can influence it. I think it's just luck. So, we are rival to the Pope now, so that should increase the odds, right? So yeah, I'm going to do this. This seems fine. We got our alliance to the Pope, or to Poland, right? Double check. Yes, we did. Okay. Alright, I feel relatively protected then. Back Genoa, we call Milan in. No reason to co-belligerent anyone. Our goal is probably, in this case, to very, very quickly knock out Genoa's capital, just so we have it. Take advantage of our big number of artillery that are here. We do have 3 more artillery and then 1 more, so we'll be at 10 soon. Once this is down, we can then focus on going after the Pope and do that plan, the double tap plan. This many troops is not necessary, but it's just mercs, so it feels like it doesn't matter if I keep them all there. Should have our full +8 bonus. So we'll put a general here since we have extras. Nice peaceful music for our war. We've got 29-day siege sticks. Florence has decided that they don't want to transfer trade power to us. Them's fighting words. Trade conflict. 100% cost. I mean, we do want their trade power. They've got a level 2 center of trade in the Genoa node, so... In fact, we're making nothing in Genoa right now because we have no trade power from anybody, so let's temporarily come back to here. But, yeah, I think on our way through, we're gonna really quickly take over Florence's stuff. Found the link. Thank you, Foxy. I assume this isn't a virus. Probably. Nightbot's scared, but I'll check it out. The sack of from get capital name, and then there's the sack of root.cat. So this is the special one over here. Province owner is not, no. I thought there was a special one on this same page. Oh, no, it's just a thing in here if it is the Pope, right? Isn't that how they do it? Reduce Curia treasury by 100 ducats. Under the Curia. Okay. Sorry, I'm blind. Trying to read chat while also doing this. Under the Curia. Plunder the... There it is, yeah. Gain 1,000 ducats. Lose professionalism that we don't have. So what do we need? Trigger conditions. At least one of. Siege province owner is our rival. True. We do have less than 50% professionalism. That's also true. We have not done the thing. Haven't had it in the last 35 years. Development needs to be at least 15. No one else can have done it. Triggered by winning a siege, base weight 10 and 1 and 11 and 110. If your army professionalism is at least 30, you're less likely to get it, and if the siege province is the Pope, it's half as likely as well. Basically 5 in 100 chance. 5 in 110. 5% of the time, it works every time. A cricket? No. There are none crickets here. Sorry. Ottomans are going after somebody else. Good. There is a small microphone issue, but we try not to talk about it because all that does is call attention to it. So I can't fix it. It's just a thing that is happening in Michigan that is different than my previous setup, and I'm trying to fix it, but I can't figure out what's causing it. Sorry. Vassalize Florence. We're already over the relationship limit by 1. I don't think we need a new vassal. Easier to just go to war with them every 10 years or whatever and get army tradition and get money directly and stuff. It's training, you know? Okay, we do not have naval superiority at the moment. This army might actually be safe to just walk over, though. But I don't want to risk it with Genoa and the Pope being in the war. So far, the siege has been really unlucky. But Genoa has no response for this force. Just can't. Ottomans did declare their war. Got caught spying on the Pope as well. Unsurprising. Our PP is small. Insulted rival could be reset if we scornfully insult a rival that we don't have a truce with. We could get an extra 6. We are at war with the Pope, who is our rival, who is at war with us and Milan. If we subsidize Milan, we also get 1 power projection. And our other rivals are Venice, who is at peace, and Hungary, who is at peace. I think we will try to scornfully insult Hungary. Or maybe Venice. Did we get... Doesn't matter which. That's actually... Alright, so that is going to go back up, right? Like, it definitely... Insulted Rival did go up by 6, so how come we're still at 50? How does that work? Confused. Oh, just takes time, apparently. Alright, Genoa fell. We are not taking land in this war, so let's transfer this to our most disloyal subject, Urbino. And let's go focus on sacking Rome. He only has the 1 fort in Rome, so we'll go here, we'll grab the 6 stacked, go there. We do have another person, I think, up here. Genova that needs to get knocked out, but that can be done later. I just want to double tap Rome. Milan, I would prefer for you to not do that siege, actually. Can you go somewhere else and do something else? I want to sack it. You need to not sack it. Get out of here. You're being a jerk. Burgers have seized power. Coneboy, thank you for your sub. Nice seeing you back in E4. Nice to be back in E4. I think we'll try to walk this army around. It'll probably be fine, right? Nothing bad ever happens. Having a pure artillery stack wander around by itself, the AI does it all the time. It looks like they're not going to listen, and they're just going to stay there, which makes me upset. Jerks. Well, is Milan rival to the Pope? They're not, so I don't think they can get the event. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't reduce our odds of getting it complete. Nulfuin, thank you for your 31st month of Twitch Prime. How much time do we have? Has Poland got the Renaissance yet? Oh, yeah. We would like to start swapping out troops. And I want to have a diplomat free so that I can very quickly declare the next war. And we can keep the garrison at, like, 100. We have super slow, dumb, bad sieges because they won't let me have control, and they won't listen to me when I tell them to do stuff. Bastards. Stupid Milan. We're back to not being able to direct allies again. Well, Milan just feels like they know what to do. So, Hungary is considering attacking Bohemia. Interesting. So, Bohemia is one of Austria's rivals, right? Or no, Austria the Emperor can't defend Bohemia from an outside threat because he's currently at war with Bohemia. That's why Hungary is considering attacking into the Empire. But that does mean we're going to get a call to arms from Austria? No. If Austria declines, we do not get a call. Which would be good. Alright, we took Rome. Transfers it to Urbino. We're going to transfer it back to us, Mothball. We're going to peace out Pope immediately for the Humiliate, the money, no war reps. We gain nine aggressive expansion for 1 development in the capital. Probably not worth it. We'll just do money, war rep, money, and Humiliate, and then anything else that gives us prestige. Break their good alliance to Castile. We want them to be allies with Ferrara, because that's our way to get back in. I don't really care if they have other allies, like, just break one. Actually, I care more about money. They can stay allied to Genoa. It's not a problem. We only get some of this money because we did call Milan in, but... Alright, so if I sent this, then we declare war on Ferrara. The Pope was willing to join, and Milan can't join because they're still going to be at war with us on our side, and Naples as well. So the key is, if you're going to do this, you want to do it within the same month, because when you send the peace deal like this, the Pope now has negative treasury. Their money is probably going to be negative. They have negative 193 money. They have not taken loans. Their reasons to defend Ferrara is based on how many loans they have, not based on whether they have negative treasury. So they don't realize yet that they don't have any money. And they will on the 1st of the month. So you want to do it within the monthly tick. So we'll slowly go to the 30th, and then declare again. And I forgot to get my army out of position. That's fine. You just go to Urbino and come back. But it will have a recovery tick. Fine. Does the Pope have core on Urbino? They do not. Those other 4 artillery get over. Yes. So those guys plus... Where's my other 6? Oh, they're attached, so they don't show up there. Okay. I want to get the 5 siege ship leader just attached to the artillery stack, and we need to start cycling in regulars instead of having pure mercs, but we are still quite low on manpower. We did roll 3 generals, so we got some professionalism. I might slacken standards, roll a couple more generals to make that possible. Let's again continue to create favors with Austria, spy on Hungary. Cross your fingers for the 1,000 gold event. That'd be pretty sick if we got it. Not really expecting it, but... 5% of the time, it works every time. We were caught spying on the Ottomans, that's why we can't do it. It might actually be giving me a siege stick. We've sacked Rome, but it did not result in a sack of Rome event. Okay, we're back to 96 war score again. Double tap, easy. No reason to do a Humiliate a second time. It doesn't stack. It'll just reset it to 30. So now we take war ups, transfer trade, and money. And then we take... I don't want the aggressive expansion, I'm pretty sure. We even have... I want to go nuts on Italy taking over the OPMs. So I think we don't yoink just for funsies. We break any other allies. I want a long truce, so... Let's get him full occupied. He's occupying our Padova. Trade protection against Hungary. This stack needs to go after Ferrara. We're very, very close to the truce with the Ottomans, but they are currently at war with this side. And they might not wrap it up in time for the truce, so we might have a little bit of extra time. Alright, do we want to try to weasel out this extra prestige? 5 extra prestige would help against the Ottomans. I'd like to free up the rivalry slot. Let's see how close they are to acceptance with this last occupation. Scale back money a little bit. Money or prestige? That's too much money. No, screw the prestige. Yeah, just peace out now. The whole point's to be fast. They're allied to Hungary? You're right, they are. I'm surprised I missed that. I got down to Ferrara Genoa, but I did not see that. Is that new? Hope that's up. I don't remember seeing that last time. Whatever. Okay, we'll take trade. We do want to start collecting in Genoa again. And we want to probably, while we're here, murder Florence. But let's get Ferrara siege first. We could peace out with Genoa already. We don't necessarily have to take that down, but looks like Milan is on it. Come on, are you kidding me? Really? Twice in one campaign. I've only developed it to 10, and it's collapsed twice in 50 years. Not even 50 years. Some bullshit luck, man. We've already wasted 250 Diplo points to take it back up again. God, man. Garbage. Yep, nobles got their barracks. They're happy. Probably start making more barracks. Usually it's good to wait until they ask you to do it, because you can get extra development and stuff out of it, but we need another fort for army tradition. Lose stab or lose tradition. We have an extra stab. We're at 2 to protect our prosperity growth. I don't like losing stab, but I don't like losing 20 army tradition before a really important war with the Ottomans even more. When it rains, it pours, man. Games being mean. You've got 3 light ships and this stack over here. That is 40 ships. Our fleet is useless at the moment. Cannot get across. Declaring war on Florence actually lets us get across, so... Oh, they've also allied Bologna for us. Another fort that we can siege. Easily, quickly. Great power that we can get. In fact, we did declare conquest on Ferrara, right? I could take Ferrara's, then take Bologna's, then take Firenze. We could actually take land if we want to. Do we want to? We might want to. Pretty much all mercs. Please outbreak. Really? This is one disadvantage to having KOTOR, is that freaking blockade, man. You lose prosperity in your gold mine because there's a single boat out there. Oh well. Not like the gold mine is a big part of our income anymore. I mean, it is, but like, we've got a lot of money coming from other sources now. It's not just the gold mine that's keeping us afloat. Ferrara has fallen. Have this stack swap in here. The stack can go around to there. Sack of Bologna. Gain professionalism, lose money. So this translates into direct manpower right now. How much? I don't know, but our manpower pool is growing. We're up to 280 per month. We want professionalism. I want to cycle all the mercs out in favor of regulars so we can drill. So I think we are doing this. Wrong sack. It's the wrong sack event. Lawrence, can you leave? Just paying for the forts myself. For now, it's alright. We are the leader here. There's a neutral army here. The Pope's army is just chilling. Okay. Gotta say, it's real nice having a +10 bonus with 19-day siege ticks, isn't it? Innovative offensive. Woo! How's he doing? In the time that it's taken Milan to earn a massive 3 siege status, we've knocked down the Pope's fort, Ferrara's fort, Bologna's fort, another fort almost in Ferrara. Like, innovative offensive, man. It's pretty good. Okay, I am not taking this one, I'm pretty sure. So I think we do take from Ferrara. We can't go crazy with aggressive expansion. We do need to immediately start trying to control for aggressive expansion. It'd be great if we could have max prestige before we do anything that increases our territory so that we don't incur as much AE. It's like if I could end the war with Genoa for prestige gain, or Geneva. Milan's done 63% of the work from their perspective. What happened to Akinu? They were a separate piece. Akinu, weren't they? Yeah, I saw something about them. Maybe it wasn't Akinu, maybe it was Kara, I don't know. Ottomans are doing a thing, they're winning their war. It's unsurprising. Trade protection against the Ottomans. I mean, how much longer is Milan going to take? Forever, right? And the longer that they do it, the more participation they're actually gaining. So I think we just end the war with Genoa. Just like nothing I really want from them. I do want, if possible, trade power, but I can't get trade power because they're pesky merchant republic. So we'll just take money and war ups. Get them out. Most benefit we can get from them. That's one more down. So Ferrara, I guess this is the most prestige I can really get. Unless we want to declare war on Pisa or something. No, we have a truce. Do we have a truce? We do have a truce. We don't have a claim on Lucca. I want the fort. Kinda would be nice to just like take this and have this path. I just don't like how the forts are on the flat terrain. I'd rather the fort be in Modena. It would block the movement of units through Italy, but it's also a lot of AE all at once. And how close are you to the next age bonus for AE impact? Quite a ways off. I didn't co-belligerent Bologna. Means I don't think we can actually get the land from Florence. It's gonna be too much aggressive expansion to take Bologna. I can't even see what it will be unless I take Ferrara. Here's the thing, like yeah, you want to go nuts, you want to take the clay, but we also need to be able to take land from Hungary and have the aggressive expansion. Taking land from Hungary is way more valuable than taking land in Italy, because it's just better. So I don't want to go nuts here. I think we just take a seed province that gets us an extra fort to help us out with our army tradition from forts. We just take Ferrara. And then we take war reps, answer trade, money. And we do want more prestige if possible, so... Force religion's best. It would be useful since it is their capital. Scale back the money. I still want trade power though. Sure. Okay, so... Interesting. It didn't convert Ferrara, it converted their new capital. I thought that it always converted the old capital. I guess I'm wrong about that. Whatever. It's fine. We're going to be able to convert stuff fairly easily. Our aggressive expansion is now at, like, nothing. If we did try to take Bologna, it's 22 aggressive expansion for a province that's, like, in a downstream node where we have a trade collection penalty. And then it'll be probably even more. Although getting the advisor cost discount from Florence. Oof, that would be so good. Let's see how much AE it would be if we talked to Florence directly. Truce with Ferrara, truce with the Pope. Truce with Genoa. So that leaves Trent, truce. He was just knocked out in the French War. And truce with Saluzzo we just had. So it's just Venice. But if we just did this and we confined our expansion to outside of this culture group and religious group and focused on Hungary, we could probably do this. And it's actually really, really tempting just because of that. I forgot that this was here. This thing is wrong. Keep the monument. It is less AE if we force fast lives, but we don't have any relationship slots. We're actually already over. And if the goal is to take this because of the advisor cost discount, then we don't really want to wait 10 years to then be able to integrate it. This would generate less money than just piecing out and taking transfer trade power, war-ups, and money. But probably benefits us more by eventually giving us the advisor cost discount. We can get to minus 90%. It's incredibly strong. Another minus 20 is a big deal. It would cost like 5 grand to get, but you know. $10 years vassal or 2,500 ducats. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that this downgrades every time the tag changes, even if you inherit or integrate. I think we've had this discussion before. So it doesn't matter if you conquer or integrate, it'll still go down, right? It does. It does which? It does downgrade on integration. 100%? Confirmation, you sure? That's my assumption. That's what I operate on. No, it does not. Damn it. Twitch chat be Twitch chat. What color is the sun? Yellow, blue, green, orange. 7. Chat's useless. It does one of the two. Yes. The answer is yes. It does. It does. I think we just still take it. I'm going to annex it. Yeah, I don't know. We should. Sure. We should have aggressive expansion ticking down, so. Yoink, mine. We save diplo points doing it that way versus doing the separate piece, and I am doing it Domenica group. That's why I didn't separate piece baloney. So we shall core this. We can't core this until this core is done, or this core is done. That's okay. We'll just sit on it for a bit. We already have our diplomats, or our merchants, set to try to help reduce aggressive expansion. We're coming back at 2.8 per year, which is okay. And what do we want to do about this French thing? Like, I want to focus on other people. We have 10 artillery, god tier generals. Like, I want to fight people that matter. That aren't people who don't matter. We will obviously have large rebellions over here. Okay, so this is still, it's at level 1. The religion needs to be the state's religion before we'll be able to upgrade this. So that is kind of a priority. We need a core, then accept the culture. Probably, we have the mission to help out. We can hire a missionary. As far as the French war goes, we're losing, but not by much, and French enthusiasm is already down to 20. We're going to lose a lot of war score, though, when... What's his face? Bohemia gets knocked out. $100,000 troops for France. I don't want to try to go toe-to-toe with France. I think we want to focus over and go after Hungary. Hungary did declare their war, right? They did not yet. They're thinking about it. I think we just kind of chill for a bit and see if they go through with it. And if Hungary attacks... If Hungary attacks Bohemia, What do? We still can't directly attack. We might actually directly attack. We know that the Ottoman army is out of position. It's way over here. They have 130,000 now. It's gone up. Of course it has. The Hungarians have more troops than we do, but I'm positive our army is stronger. It's faster, it's more efficient, it's going to perform very, very well. So it is not unreasonable to attack Hungary with Ottomans as a secondary participant, because we can just peace out with Hungary in order to lock the Ottomans for a while. Spying Ottomans? I was, and then they caught us. I don't need to spy on the Pope anymore. Did you ally Poland? We did, yes. And the center of trade, what? Center of trade? Center of trade downgrade never changed. Centers of trade also downgrade on integration or conquest. We need to kind of police this area. They're going to want to siege that, and I want that core to finish. Culture is Romagnol, Venetian, Romagnol, Tuscan. Lots of different cultures, kind of annoying. Wouldn't mind fighting that French army. That is a mountain fort that we could engage. It's a lot of attrition. March around, but we're only suffering attrition on the 10 artillery, so manpower pools look okay on the merc stacks. That is potentially coming back, so we should maybe path over that way just to intimidate them. Let's have that stack and that stack stop. I want the 5 siege pip guy to be with the artillery. I want the best combat guy to be... Are you the best combat guy? Probably. Be on the mercs. Let's have you attached to the... What is it? The independent army. These guys can go over there to scare them off. This army should do sieges. That's what it's good at. Why don't we just go knock down all of the French forts? See if they like it. Let's go showcase innovative offensive at its best. We should spy on France probably for a bit. Watch France like immediately have to turn around because suddenly all of their shit is not occupied or not controlled by them. Bohemia has accepted peace with Hainaut. We got 43 ducats. Wow. So... Poland. Wait, Poland declared war. Did I misread earlier? Was it Poland that wanted to attack, or was it Hungary? I thought Hungary wanted to do it. Alright, fort go down. Fort gets sieged. Quick, go. Boom. Take fort. Any thoughts that you might put this on YouTube, or should you just go for the VODs? This is not specifically being recorded for YouTube, so no. I don't currently have any intent to convert it into a YouTube-friendly thing. I'd have to edit or export or other stuff, and who wants to do that? Did you do a barrage? You did. Nice. They're spending military points to suffer a bunch of attrition. Avignon fell in 49 days. Now here is the most important part to why innovative offensive is so strong. In 49 days, we just generated an army tradition. Every time you siege a fort, you get 1 army tradition. That's pretty good. Unsieging forts, like these idiots are trying to do, generates no army tradition. So, offensive sieges are good. Defensive sieges are bad. Hence, innovative offensive. We take tech. We're not going to take it early. There's no reason to pay a penalty at this point. 27 days, generated an army tradition. Pretty good. Let's head toward his capital. Now, again, watch the French armies if you can. They're going to be like, suddenly they were like pressing in on war goals and stuff. Suddenly they're going to be like, what the? We gotta fall back. And then instead of trying to engage the stack that's causing all the problems, they're going to try to unsiege their stuff. And they will not win that race because we're good at this and they're bad at this. 24 days. Army tradition. That's good. Hey, look, it's Paris. Let's go see how Paris is this time of year. Here's our truce to the Ottomans. They're still in their war. Are being sieged. It's fine. It's just this one that I care about, really. We have a fort there now, so. Ottomans look like they're trying to wrap up their war. Let's sack Paris. Poland did a thing. Can't turn on defensiveness because it's not a state yet. We want to make sure that the actual war goal gets reoccupied, which is going to be Namur. Let's have... We will deviate from, you know, sacking things to go get the war goal back if possible. We need to take over... we have access here. We're at war with that, so we gotta go here. Let's just take Chartres. I see that. I don't want to try to engage that stack. Take this. Chill in Paris for a bit. Just a little bit of casual Paris looting. Lose their prosperity. Suddenly France has 1 war score and -6 enthusiasm. Now we're in a position where it's like we're probably going to win so hard that they then suddenly Hainet wants to keep the war going. Sort of annoying. But that's just fine, I guess. Okay, we now have a core here, so we should be able to start these other 2 cores. I can't start this one because it's being sieged. That army is being annoying. I think we have no reason to not take this core unless it will slow us down from being able to take tech in January. This will cost 352 minus 60, so I need like 290. We can do the core. But I also need to core this, which will cost... Yeah, I'll hold off on the full core for now. And that's something we don't want to do, so let's just run away. Run away! Oh, the French want to fight? No, we don't want to fight. We want to siege. We do sieges here. Or we don't. Get caught. It's fine. Diplo tech cost minus 10. Instead of transferring everything to Hainet, I could have kept it for myself. Then we could just peace out, lose 10 favors, 10 trust with Austria, and be done with this and focus on our own stuff. Take fort? Apparently not. France is probably on Tech 8. They are not. Ottomans? They are also not on Tech 8. Bohemia is getting murdered. Transfer trade capital to Padua. Push trade to Venice. Spending Diplo points to move trade capital, I feel, is generally just a waste of monarch points. There are circumstances where it is worth it. But I think we're fine just continuing to collect in 3 locations. Like, we're making 15 ducats a month in trade. All 3 nodes are about equal. Moving the trade node wouldn't solve the Genoa trade node issue. We'd still have to collect there. So, I don't really see a point. They're still struggling to take back our forts. Of course, we got caught again. Getting really unlucky over here. For some reason, this fort in particular is difficult. Could you not, though? They're there on the 19th. We are gone by the 19th and the 20th. I doubt we calculate ahead of them. Nothing else I can do about it, so... Okay, fine. We'll take our fight. Most of our army got out. I want to exit the war. I don't want to be in the war. They would accept white peace if we had to dip them out right now. We're at max prestige, 90 army tradition. Take tech in 2 months. I think we retreat from this fight to... This other 28 stack coming in is just too much. We have 10 days till they arrive, but there's the 13 stack from Picardy also arriving. Can't retreat to Namur. Actually, I could just retreat really far away to like down here. I think we're done messing with France. I might take the trust hit with Austria. Retreating to the war goal would require us to like loop around. I can't remember the path, but like that zone of control is blocking it. That's our military access. From our perspective, zone of control. That's the wrong button. I need this one. Zone of control is messy, right? So we have access through all of the empire, but this fort, and that fort are currently projecting zone of control in a line, which makes us have to go all the way down here and up and around. Could retreat to here, but they could pursue us and fight us in unfavorable terrain. We're not stuck behind forts, are we? We've got a path through here. Yeah, I think we just retreat. And honestly, I mean, if it weren't for the fact that I don't get any favors for this war, and that I have zero faith whatsoever in Hainan actually ending their war in a reasonable time, I would stay in it, but because I don't have faith in them, I think we do just peace out and lose 10 trust. 10 trust is worth basically 20 favors, right? We already have 65, so it's not like we're going to lose the alliance. It's just 10 fewer reasons for Austria to defend us. But we picked up Poland, so I think we're okay. Transfer control to Austria. I think that might be part of the reason why he's willing to accept, is that we have some... If we had 10 war score, we could actually ask for money. It would be nice. We can give this away if we're not going to ask for money, though. I'll give this to, sure, to Austria, who will probably just end up giving it to Hainan, but... what? Okay, so now they don't want to let me out because they think they're making gains? Great idea, transfer to Austria guy. Great idea. Now we can't peace out. Because they're making gains. Are they really making that many gains? What caused them to make gains? We do have some manpower. Let's start trying to train some regulars. Slowly try to replace our infantry merc stack. This is in fact, that one might take a while. Okay, tech. I think there's nothing we're waiting for. I will take tech. Yes, I will have it. Thank you. All of the tech. We can pass the Act of Uniformity. Sure. Need to start this core. If I just go siege a fort again, I think we can get out. So let's try to go for a fort. Who was it? Siena that didn't want to give us trade power anymore? De Castile. What about Pisa? We have a truce still. Okay. A little concerned that the Ottomans might finish their war and then look at us funny. Poland already wrapped up their war, right? And then they've decided to attack Mecklenburg. Oh, they're preying on the Empire right now. Bit messy, us being allied to the Emperor and Poland. There's Ottomans out with somebody. think we might be okay to use our boats here, actually. One quick siege, and I can get out of here. Alright, I can get out of here anyway. Let's get out of here. I don't want to do this. I'm not helping you anymore, Austria. Stop it. Merc manpower's low. This is true. How close are we to high army tradition? Maybe we should siege a few more forts in France. If I siege them and then don't transfer them, we get like probably 4 or 5 more army tradition before we fight the Ottomans. And we can also get to 96.3. If we get to 96.3 army tradition, we can have perfect rolls. 7 to 18. Yeah, I think we do. And we'll hold on to the occupations this time so that we can potentially pick up a individual separate piece for money. I would love to get war reps and transfer trade, or war reps and money from France. That'd be a lot of cash. And we do need a lot of cash because we want to upgrade the thing. Thing in Friends. Level 1 forts are still worth 1 army tradition, and they'll go a lot faster, so let's try to siege those as well. No zone of control, but... I can transfer it to my subject instead of me and still get the war score, so I'll give everything to Urbino. Does Austria still have a malevolent leader? They are... yes, still malevolent. And we're at 19 favors. So, losing some reasons is not great. We still have our Diplo Rep guy. I assume that we've lost the Diplo Rep penalty from our integration from ages ago. Yeah, we have positive Diplo Rep now. We are overextended still, but... free Eben policy. Obviously, we take advisor costs here. No question. Too good, money good. Being able to bump up our advisors is amazing. My troops in Alps? What are they doing up there? Where did they just retreat there and I just missed that stack? I must have missed that stack. I thought this was all of the other merc stacks. Fortunately, they're defending in favorable terrain, so they just have to fight for a little bit and then retreat, but that was wrong. Did Bohemia get murdered? Yeah. Wow, look at that chunk. Rip HRE Imperial Influence, or Imperial Authority, with that big of a huge chunk owned by somebody that's not inside the Empire. Okay, our individual war score with France is at... where is we? We is at 7. More quick occupations, and then we can maybe peace out. If I can just get, like, war reps, I would do it. Maybe we take Paris, too. 90.4 army tradition, 91.4 army tradition. I don't care if they're low on manpower. Holding off on those cores until after our war exhaustion comes down. The fact that it's not able to go low on autonomy is irrelevant for this land, really. I'm gonna take your stuff, France. I'm gonna knock your forts down. 91 army tradition. Let's just try to briefly get to 96.3, and then we'll roll some generals. Or we will just run right now, because I don't want to do this anymore. Taking my ball home. Oh, they didn't want to let me out. Due to ongoing battles? Where? That's a lie. There's no ongoing battles anywhere. Hungary, what are you doing? They did... oh. What? Hungary is involved in a war that Brandenburg declared. Interesting. We can rent against them and mess with them. Due to ongoing battles, -48. I don't see a battle. These are not France, so what battles are you talking about? Was this stupid naval battle? Probably. When are you getting here? Got like 5 days for that naval battle to wrap up. I think it did. Nice. Nice. I can have him seed nice. Literally. Nice. We want nice? I don't think we do. We don't want another province that we can't defend. But we do want war reps from big old Francie pants. How big is his income? France my pants. Income is 50 gold a month. 50 times 120 months times 0.1. 600 gold for 10 war score. Pretty good deal. No free diplomat. Well, we gotta wait 2 days. Oh, please don't tell me that they're gonna engage me in 2 days. Are you kidding? No! This is bad. Very bad. That's not good. Well, it's just mercs, mostly. The mercs will take the brunt. And then after we retreat, I think we'll still be able to do the peace deal. But that was a bit of a mistake. I will retreat to down here. Look, see, it's fine. It's 12 war score now, even. We get even more stuff. I want out. I don't want to do this anymore. Take my ball home. 146 monies plus war ups for 10 years is good enough. Yeah. I want to focus on other things like other things. So I'm going to do that. And we have some manpower. I need to train at least 10 infantry. You cannot rent out a combination merc plus artillery stack. So if we want to use our artillery as condottieri, we have to have at least 10 regulars to protect them. So we have 2, I think, right now. Most of our infantry are mercs. Yeah, they're all mercs except for 2. So I think we do get rid of a merc stack to make some room. Whichever merc stack has the least manpower, I guess. Makes room for 4. Watch the Ottomans declare because I just got rid of 4 mercs. Wouldn't that be ridiculous? Get rid of this one too. We really need to be here. I should probably get more transports being built. 6 is not really enough. Probably try to get to like 10. Okay, keep the rest of our money for now in case we need it. We can do buttons and clicks and things, seize some land from the estates. Are we doing developments? We are not near the cap yet, and we have time to recover our stuff, so let's probably not do any dev right now. Get stab to 3, get manpower to half, and get a half-price military advisor, or build our navy up and get a crappy admiral. I'm not bumping stab twice. I don't think it's going to be hard to get this done, but I don't care about the admiral at all. 75% of 14. We need to build to 11 ships. That's more than I wanted to build. Getting manpower to 50% feels impossible. Unless we hire 2 generals and double slacken. Half price level 3 discipline advisor. Pretty good going into the upcoming wars. And, huh. Can you just cancel the troops and start again? I only trained 8. So we'd be at 10,500 out of 26,000. 13,000 is what we would need. I mean, that's pretty quick actually, without having to slacken. But I need the infantry. I need the infantry now because I want to run troops out against the Ottomans or against... like, I could turn this war on their head. Like, they're about to win, but I can come in with a 10-0-10 stack and just knock down their capital. And then suddenly they're losing their war against this guy. Or we could do the same thing to Hungary. Hungary is assisting in this war against Stettin that Brandenburg declared. We just run to Stettin and then occupy Pest. And just, you know, ruin them. But we need infantry to protect them for that. So, I do like this mission the best. But, I think we slacken. We need to have more manpower right now. Let's turn on Manpower Edict in our capital state. Let's turn on Manpower Edict here. Raise our max manpower briefly. And then we'll do a slacken for 8,000. I think we will hire 2 generals. We've got room for only 1, but we'll fire the worst, so. 2 generals, please. Who shall lead? Somebody that knows how to roll properly. We're getting 3 guaranteed pips, 10 to 20 pips. Better than before. Good generals only. If you're a bad general, don't raise your hand. Utoki. 10 to 20. Boom! That's pretty bad. Like, real bad. Fire pips are useless right now. Mill box. Mill box. Boom! Boom! Also super bad. Also super bad. Wow. Like, wow. Better than Dr. Trebuchet at least, but wow. Wow. Can't believe you've done this. You guys are not rolling great today. We only had 1 good roll. Okay, this army is going to stay black flagged and retreat to wherever it's retreating to. We'll bring our war exhaustion down. I do want to seize land. We could sell titles for 1,000 gold. I need to start building up money for getting this thing though. So I think that any money that we have that's sitting around, we probably just hold on to. Although this isn't really worth it usually. It's just really fun to stack advisor cost discounts. With another minus 20, we would be at minus 80% advisor costs, which is pretty good. We have no embargo on Venice. We should. What else? Need to hire our guy. 3 monarch points for 2.3 gold. That's a great deal. Alright. Sell titles or not? If I sell titles, I could finally revoke the thing. And then that does set me up to eventually get the military point. Yeah, I'll do that. Do this. We'll get rid of right of consul. I can't turn it on now because we'll go down to way too little. I don't want to go down to like 10% crown land. At this stage, I want to be at least 20 at all times. Boop. Alright, border tensions. Serbia gains a thing on a place. Got some cash. Don't need to build more forts. Fort ratio is good. We need 5 forts. We've got 5 forts. Bosnian particularists are silly. Alright. So, it's time to, as soon as these infantry get done, it's time for us to rent out troops against Hungary. And we are just in time for the Ottoman thing. It's 12:30. I have a couple more hours that I could stream. But it's also lunchtime. And it's going to be a big potential war. We head down to there. Austria. How many favors do we have? 20? I haven't topped off relations with our subjects in a while. cash into friends. Cannot do anything into friends just yet. We have to have it converted first, which is going to require some steps. We've got to finish our core. We do need to be ready to fight rebels. We will have rebels relatively soon. They're at 50%. So we could, like... This stack can't be moved with our transports, so... I don't really want to force a rebellion yet. I think we'll just wait. Can we make the unrest go away? No. I think that the Ottomans are about to attack us. You want my money? No. I refuse. I do want your money, though. How about I decline your request, however... Thank you for reminding me of the mechanic. How about you give me your money? How does that sound? They don't have 14 ducats, so well, of course they don't. Did I just see that France essentially white peaced? Yeah. Ina will give monies to France. Alright. Where's the other infantry? I have 9 regulars. Did I accidentally count wrong and not start another one? I must have. Am I coring the Italian land and not vassal swarm? Yeah, because we're about to do a diplomatic ID group. We don't want to be spending diplo points on more subjects. We don't want to add more subject relations. We finally lost the royal marriage to Russia. Okay, so the Ottomans are at peace. They have some rebels. They have... Do they have war exhaustion? That's probably the best indicator for if they're going to attack us. They have 0.09 war exhaustion, and they're currently at 2 unrest from overextension. Decent-sized chunk. How's our manpower look? Mr. Ottomans. Are you about to attack us? Max is 113, current is 16. So they're kind of low on manpower. They only recover 1,500 per month now. They're attacked behind us now. And we have artillery, and we have god tier generals. Oh, a god tier general. We're ahead of time on tech by 14, 13 years, whatever it is. I'm willing to roll more generals. In fact, I think now is the time to swap out all of the mercs for regulars. Even if it means just dumping 5 rolls into another professionalism click. Mercs are like real bad here. They're awkward. I can't move them around on boats very well. We can't use them for condottieri. We can't drill to bring professionalism back. Like, they're bad. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, we'll do it. We'll spend 200 military points. But you guys gotta roll well. Are you gonna roll well? That's the most important part. You gotta roll well. Otherwise, this is like kind of a waste of monarch points, and it makes me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad. Okay, Praxis LP is number 1. Boom! God damn it. Okay, how about Borg are us. You shall lead. Again, not that great. 20 pips, man. You could be crazy. Okay. We've got the bad rolls out of the way. It's fine. It's fine. Flopper, we haven't used you today, right? Flopper, 51. Okay. Our best combat general at this point. Good. Come on, let me roll. Tabes, I know you always roll well. Here comes another siege god. Boom! Aha! I knew it! Tabes. 6634, that is 10 and that's a 19 pip roll. 1 pip off perfect. Good job, dude. The streak continues. Oh, by the way, he's our new best combat leader, just in case it wasn't clear. The 6-6. Pretty good. Axes with 3 E's, yes? 3 E's. Axes, boom. Alright, not great. Okay, we gotta cut people. Useless mailbox, I'm sorry. Utoki, if this was a 3-5, would be useful, but useless. 225. I like the 5 maneuver, but useless mostly. Praxis, definitely useless. 2 more. I am Sparta, never gets used. And we've got Siege God, Combat God. You're like, not the fastest, slightly good at Siege. Between Borgaros and Axes, which one's worse? I value 5 maneuver quite highly because it's full reinforcement in hostile terrain. I value 3 siege pips because it's 3 siege pips, which is more than 2 siege pips. Neither are going to get used for combat, so it's just a question of do we want 5 maneuver for movement speed, or do we want an extra siege pip? This is the non-primary siege general. I think that I don't value the siege quite as much, because if it were a very important siege, we would be using the very best siege leader, not the second best siege leader. So I think I might value the maneuver more in this case. Better full reinforcement, make sure the army can escape, make sure that it's in where, whatever position it needs to be. Yeah, I think I value it more. We could also just stay over the limit. You don't have to go down to 4. One of our original guys could die. We're ahead of time on tech. Not a bad idea. It's not a bad roll either. 7 and 5 is... I mean, we could have much better, though. Let's get rid of him. Yeah, center of trade is at level 3. Our gold mine collapsed again as well. That's neat. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to dump the mercs. Bye mercs. Okay, for our ratio of troops, we still want mostly infantry. With the 15% cav combat ability and the slightly reduced cav cost from our national ideas, I could see running 4 to 8. We're not going as high as we were before because I don't want to end up with insufficient support again. So we have 17 troops open. Let's do 6 cav to start. Another infantry. Let's get drilling. Oh, morale's going to come back really fast, so... Do we want to rent out cav in the condottieri stack, or do we want to drill our cav? So here is our amazing siege god, combat god. Not the best at sieges, not quite the fastest. For actual condottieri contracts, might be better to do the siege leader. Well, it's only 1 extra pip. Nah, we just do the best. So, if we were to want to mess with Mr. Hungary and we rent out a 10/10 stack, you are fighting against Stettin, Brunswick, and Mecklenburg. Brunswick is willing to give us 63 monies. Mecklenburg is basically full occupied by Poland. What's Poland doing? So Poland declared on Mecklenburg and Brandenburg declared on Stettin. Stettin brought Mecklenburg in. So Poland's not part of the problem, yeah? But I can't rent to Mecklenburg. So options are Stettin or Brunswick. And Brunswick is being sieged. There's a 7% chance. They're the secondary participant, right? Once Brunswick falls, the war's over. So we gotta be, like, super fast. Just rent this out and just go at it. Move in on pest. Never mind. It's gone. Okay, well, I'm actually glad I didn't rent it then, because they might not cancel the contract, right? Stettin still exists. Yeah, they could have kept our contract for a while. We could have gotten screwed right there. Okay, we need more dudes to get trained. All the way to force limit. We still have 4,000 manpower without having had to do the slacken. So let's see where we end up. I'm still kind of liking the idea of attacking Hungary and having Hungary be the one to negotiate the peace with to block the Ottomans, because I feel like there is a war deck coming. Just don't know from where. Getting on throne? Hell yeah. Cat deserves it. He's a good kitty. TP is expiring on Siena. TP is good. The fact that we have a tech advantage and we've got the Polish, like, holy crap, Poland has bloated their numbers for their war. 70 and 63? That is so many troops. 146,000 is also a lot, I will say. Emperor's looking mighty weak right now. We still have claims bordering claims, so we could poke around in here. If I try to go after Venice, it's still going to bring in the Ottomans because they border us right here. That one province is causing problems. We could go back and go after Siena. Just bide our time until the right opportunity presents itself. Feel kind of blocked in at the moment. Ottomans probably has easier targets. Yeah, I imagine that they would. Again, assuming that Poland and Austria both defend us. Our numbers are not small. 40,000 is not amazing, but not small. So 40,000 plus 46,000 plus like 130. It's a decent amount. He probably goes after the Mamluks next, is my guess. So I think what we're doing then is we're just gonna drill and chill. Try to get our professionalism back. Try to get our whatever else. Professionalism and drill. Sorry. Having some brain farts here. Heinet? Wait, I thought Heinet was done with their war. Now they're defending against the edge. Twitch chat, you died. You were replaced by Jordy. Jordy. Became part of the HRE? No. No, we're outside of the HRE. We're Orthodox as well, still. So it's kind of messy to get in. Our heir is benevolent. Our philosopher has died. We probably want to run a cheap guy still. All the things that need to be done are being done. I think we're waiting. Ottomans probably waits on their cores. When those cores are done, they go after Mamluks. I'm almost certain that that's their target. Mamluks only has 2 tiny allies and 53,000 troops. Much easier. And they've got missions and permanent claims and... yeah. So... we'll just drill, like, right up here, right? Casually on the border of, Mr. Hungary. I'm not scared of him. Are you scared of him? Alright, there's 37,000 troops. We need more force limit. We don't have access. We do actually have regimental camp access. We should probably build some in this playthrough. We've got excellent income. 20 gold net per month on 46. Only 10 of that's coming from war reps. Francie Pants is footing the bill. We need more for land force limit, for sure. So, when does the warning expire? Great question. That is a good question. 1496 is the warning from the Ottomans. Actually, no, that's Hungary is also warned by the Ottomans. Oh, so actually if Hungary had tried to attack us, the Ottomans would defend us. That's funny. The Ottomans are warning us until 1506. And we're not actually warned by Hungary anymore. I don't think we were ever warned by them, were we? It was that for a while Hungary was guaranteeing Venice. Center of Trade's already at level 3. Yeah, I think it's drill and chill, build up some more stuff. This money going into regimental camps is definitely worth it. At least in our capital state where we have high development and lots of building slots. Pretty pricey, but we need the force limit. I think I see the route. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so here's what happens. Ottomans look at our alliance block and they say, nah, that's nasty. I don't want to fight that. Serbia's strong. And they're like, I'm going to go after the Mamluks. They're weak. And then what we do is we either mess with him with Konatiri or we wait until he is... Yeah, we definitely mess with him with Konatiri. We come in through the back, instantly occupy his capital. Suddenly he's like, oh, this war sucks. I don't want to do this. And then he's like, oh, I don't want to defend this guy. And then that's our angle. We can attack Hungary. We can easily beat Brandenburg, Munich. It's just a matter of isolating the Ottomans. Or perhaps an even possibly better option is to allow him to defend Hungary, but do it when we're about to take the capital. That way, when he defends, we instantly control his capital ourselves, because we cancel the contract. And then we might be able to just immediately leverage a peace deal against him. What's the plan to deal with rebels in Italy? That's part of the reason why I wanted to get rid of all the mercs, is we can now use these 6 transports to just jump back and forth fairly easily. So whenever the rebels happen, in fact, we could just go deal with it now. But yeah, we just move the army over and go deal with it. There should be a fort in Firenze, in my opinion. Did you mess with the Austria-Hungary relationship? No, they just didn't. They just didn't be friends. Hungary was not nice to us for a very long time, and then they were nice briefly, and then they died and became hostile again. So we've had a weird relationship with Hungary, but they did not have anything that I saw interesting happen with Austria. So, I have a good game plan. I know that I do have another potential 2 hours, but I think I might actually just call it here and we can do all of that other stuff in a full session. I feel like I'm going to get cut short if I try to do it right now. Check if Poland would join in a war, in a offensive war. Poland is at negative 1,000 because they have attitude towards enemies, negative 60. Apparently Poland is not hostile to Hungary. They have no desire for it except for one province. That should change. Probably just because he's balanced. Venice is going to stop being a valid rival soon. There's a lot of different ways that we can mess with the Ottomans if we want to. But I'm a big fan of picking up some drill for a little bit and then considering Konatiri contracts to do stuff. Okay, what do I think about the state of the game now? AI smarter? Yes, I think they are a little. It's minor though. I think that the hype that, oh, they made the AI better is pretty exaggerated. Basically, the only thing I noticed that impressed me was that they pre-reinforce. They don't wait for a battle to start. They will see the battle and like start moving troops to the battle beforehand. which makes a big difference in whether or not they can actually get there in time, even if you're using scorched earth tactics and stacking movement speed modifiers and stuff. Like, if they're reinforcing an extra 2 weeks faster, it makes a big difference. Beyond that, there's still a lot of really stupid things they do, like spend 50 monarch points to barrage a fort and then immediately walk off of it. Allow themselves to be tricked into breaking a siege. They don't like leave one fort. All they'd have to do is leave one infantry behind, reinforce with 15 out of 16, and then they could maintain their barrage. They just spent monarch points on it. Why would they just give it up? It's dumb. So I abuse that a lot because I can, which puts them behind on tech, which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why the Ottomans is on tech 7 instead of 8 is because I made them waste a couple hundred monarch points in barrages that they gave up. Don't they develop provinces more? Maybe. I don't remember hearing anything in the patch notes about them developing more. They've done some. It is nice seeing countries build forts, but they're also deleting forts. Like, the Pope deleted their fort in their capital. Would you, as the player, ever consider deleting your capital fort? Ever? Because I know I wouldn't. That's just asking to be hungaried. You know? Like, having a level 1 capital fort is stupid. They also reintroduced the AI's ability to delete forts that the player has built, which is exceptionally frustrating when it happens. We do have some aggressive expansion. We want to get the improved relations guy. He's full price, but we've got a pretty good discount at this point, and we're probably doing that at D-Group next. However, +1 Diplo Rep does help us to get defended, and I did lose 10 trust with Austria. Alright, yeah. I'm going to wrap it up here for the day, guys. I had fun today. I hope you did too. We won our war. Won with Ottomans. Next war is going to be the one where we break the camel's back. And then we're going to get bored super fast, aren't we? That's my prediction. Once we win our first war against the Ottomans, like actual proper win, the game will be over. That's okay. That's fine. The best measure for whether or not we're doing well, in my opinion, is income. We're in 3rd. Not about development, it's not about great power status, it's who has the most monthly income, and we are in 3rd. So. You did test it, great projects do not downgrade upon Diplo annexation. That's interesting. Weird. That is a big change. Interesting. How? How? How are we in 3rd? Because of all the things that I did in the last 3 streams. Watch the stream like that. Like, oh, you just got here. Well, with all the things that I did, I've been talking about it. I've been like being very more descriptive than normal since we haven't played in 6 months about every decision that I've made and why we made them, and yeah, like just because of the reasons that happened. That's how. Alright. I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. Sorry I can't give you a better answer than that, Don. I'm not trying to be smarmy with you. It's just, you know, kind of a funny... People ask that question a lot. Like, if they show up and they didn't see the first 50 years of a campaign, it's always like, well, how did you get great power status? We played the game, is how. Just did the things. I want to lower autonomy here. Not unreasonable. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll see you soon. Actually, before I go, don't leave. Let's, is Flory still streaming? Any of you who are still interested in EU4, I will send toward him. We don't normally overlap. Who is streaming? He is streaming. Yeah, here, get ready. We're gonna send you over to Flory. Flory's a good guy. If you want the yin yang experience, you watch me, you watch Flory, you'll get all of it. Anything you could possibly want to know about this game, you'll learn. So, good stuff. I'll be back. Have a good night. I might not be able to stream early tomorrow because I think we're staying overnight at my sister's house. But I will still stream. It might just be an afternoon stream. So, see you in a bit.